First Samuel is fire. Is this the is it thing down?
For the brightness?
Yeah. Let's get that up. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. We'd also like to give double honors to our elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone. To those men, our elders, bishops, and apostles, to you we say Shalom, wa double honors. Okay, and peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elected and 1/3. All right, we pray that these lessons, these camps, these epistles, all right, are edifying, encouraging, and not entertaining, you know? And man, Tawadi Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash for putting on our spirit, Tawada, for putting on our spirit to come out to the highways and byways as we were commanded to. And if you didn't know, all right, if you didn't know, you better tell someone. We are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those scattered abroad according to the diaspora, all right, and those Gentiles that we just call Jake today. Just like how the New Testament says Gentile, today you would call them just Jakes. Oh, that's a Jake, you know? So, yeah, man, we're going to go into 1 Samuel 22, you know, and preach the gospel. That's what this thing's about. It's about the gospel, the good news. The Lord is doing a magnificent work. All right, prophecies taking place. The Lord is building us up, you know, and we're here, man.
Yep.
You know, we're in a beautiful time, so embrace it. Embrace the opportunity that's presented before you. All right, you got it, bro.
First Samuel chapter, 1 Samuel 1, chapter 22. You can start from the top?
Yep.
Okay. It says, David therefore departed thence.
Right, so when you go into Samuel, pretty much you're seeing an uphill and back and forth of righteousness trying to be cut off by evil spirit or wickedness, because during after David got anointed, he got presented in front of the king, Saul, being in his house, going to war for him. But then an evil spirit of envy jumped on Saul, so that was like Satan. But Saul was trying to kill David, murder David. So he was really trying to cut off the lineage of David when you think about it, you know? Keep going.
And it says, David therefore departed thence.
Yep.
And escaped to the cave.
And this is after making a covenant. Jonathan made a covenant with him after multiple attempts of David's life by the hand of Saul and his men. Doeg, the Edomite, you know, all that, you know, which is really what's happening with us now. You got brothers that may have been amongst other camps or, you know, in this walk and they've had enough, you know, in the spirit because there's evil there. So a lot of these other camps are being exposed for their wickedness, their worldliness, all right, their uncleanness, and it will behoove you to depart yourself from those men before you fall victim to the judgment that's going to come upon them. Like in the time of Korah, the whole earth opened up and anyone that was around them got swallowed in it. I don't want to be among, I don't want to get judged with these people. I don't want to die the death of a nigga, man.
Right.
You know? I don't want to die the death of a fucking adulterer, some loser. Keep going.
And it reads, and escaped to the cave Adullam.
Right, like we escape to Yahushai, to shepherds, to be with brothers. You're escaping the waywardness of this world, and you're hiding. Oh, let's get Timothy's where it says, "You that are troubled, rest with us."
Yep.
What's that? First Timothy.
First Thessalonians.
Thank you.
Or like 6 and 7.
Yeah, look that up, brother.
After that. Look it up too. And it says, and when his brethren and all his father's house heard it, they went down thither to him.
Keep going.
And everyone that was in distress.
Everyone that was in distress. See? So you had Jake being jacked up under Saul, man. Like now, you know, we've had ex-IUIC members tell us the trials they dealt with when they were amongst the camp.
Yep.
How was a high holy day hell, you know? But that's what Jake's doing in the midst of these other camps, man.
Yep.
Lording over him. Remember that fat ass nigga, Alligay? He was slaving Hassad. Which Hassad, you're a demon too. I never liked you since soul food, nigga. But remember he brought him the chicken, and he like, nigga, give me more chicken, nigga.
Give me some more, man.
Fuck out of here, man. Brother at the house, it says hospitality.
Yeah.
You know, we take each other's plates at times. You know what I mean? Like, right, like, you done, bro?
Yeah.
I'm heading to the kitchen.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna take your plate with me.
Yeah.
The fuck? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Make it.
Nah, it says that he that's greatest among you, be the best servant, basically.
Keep going, brother.
It's right here. I got it.
What is
it's,
it?
2 Thessalonians 1 and 7.
Go to 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7. Read that part again.
First
We'll
Samuel.
have the brother read it.
Okay. 1 Samuel 22 and verse 2. And everyone that was in distress, and everyone that
was in distress. So how are you catching hell from Esau, and then you find brothers, and now you catching hell amongst them?
That's horrible.
You know?
That's horrible.
Hey, to the best of our ability, we try to take care of each other. You know, a brother brother. You know, back in the day, you give someone $10, we're gonna try to give you 20.
Yeah.
Inflation. You got people now complaining on the internet about the tariffs now. And then this one I don't know what the fuck he was, but he was excuse my language, but he was like, look at all you MAGA. And I was like, you know what's funny? You still got people blaming people for who they voted for, and that means you don't know the system. You don't know how the system works. It's like you mad at me for buying Boardwalk, but you're not mad at the bank for charging $1,400 for when you put a hotel on it.
Right.
Get mad at the bank.
Right.
You got that, bro?
Yep.
Let's read that.
You want me to start at 6?
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6.
Yup.
And ye became followers of us, and the Lord, having received the word in much affliction, with joy of the Holy Spirit.
Right. So you received the word in the midst of captivity, but there's a spiritual joyness that came upon you. You know? Like for me, reading Yahushua gives me spiritual peace. It comforts me. It helps me. It makes me keep going. You know? Keep going. Because you're not gonna be you're not gonna be saved, if you will, for what your flesh did. If you're of the elect, you're of the elect. It don't matter what this flesh did. You know, and matter of fact, F this flesh too. Keep going.
7, so that ye...
Are you in 2 Thessalonians, brother?
Oh, I'm in 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good precept.
Yeah, that was a good precept though too. And like it says, ye cannot do nothing against the truth before it. You know? So that was good too. And Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kagodash, Rakatham. To the brothers and the very few sincere sisters, you know? Hey man, we literally have the opportunity to be of the first fruit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we gonna see each other in the kingdom. We gonna hug.
Right.
Some of you sisters, you sisters are gonna be wives. You know, that we all gonna be a family.
And that's fire too, bro. Because you got a lot of people out here, like Jake, for example. They want to be like the first fruits of an NBA draft, NFL draft.
Yep. Schroeder, Shador.
You know, right, exactly. Or be like hired for a good position in Babylon.
Yeah, that's a good.
Nah, man, we try and be, like get that position that nobody's fighting for.
That's a great point.
Outside aside from the hopeful elect.
Like the first black woman.
Right, like that's
bitch
vain.
got the weave.
Yeah.
Her legs are crossed like this. She's taking her picture like.
Yeah.
You got that?
That's vain.
Exactly. It's all vanity.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation.
Read that again, please.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1
Never
1
fails.
verse 6.
Yo, you the most popular in the world when you're at camp. All fucking week, you ain't call me. Is this really your phone number? But as soon as you get to camp, I just want to talk to you. Both phones, work phone and cell phone, calling you. It's all good though. Read that again. So Salaki for the interruption.
Like how Shai say, hey, we about the Father's business first.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
You know?
We're building an ark. You know? You got it, bro.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Now, what would a Christian say to that? No, not my. Yeah, you're right. Not your God, but the gods of the nations are idols.
Right.
So now Jake is so through that he's at the level of a heathen Gentile, to where now his God of the Bible is an idol.
Yeah.
That's why it says another Jesus. That's why. And what's up with all these t-shirt fringes always saying Jesus and Christ, man?
Yep.
And I'm gonna say it again. Motherfucker Jesus and fucker Christ. All right, we don't push none of that. We don't believe in none of that. And matter of fact, let a sleep paralysis demon hop on your ass in the middle of the night, and I want you to call on Jesus to see what that demon does. Because it tells you in James that even the demons know and they tremble. You know? What you got, bro?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preaches another Yahushua, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit.
So you could receive another spirit in this truth. You could actually think you're in the truth, and now another spirit's on you. That's why you'll see guys like, like bro, we don't even talk like that. You know, and then it's always this. You look down and you always see the T-shirt with the that's what it is. Right now it's the truth with the garment and the truth with the fringes. So it's like, what truth are you in? Are you a T-shirt fringe Israelite, or are you a garment wearing spiritual Israelite? That's why it says he's one inwardly. So you got a lot of Israelites that are outwardly. The Lord ain't looking outwardly, because if he was, then he would have picked the firstborn of Jesse, but he didn't. He chose the 8th son, who was the youngest, and that was because he was after his heart or his mind. So our fringes are up here, man. All right, keep going. Because that's like, we was talking about it. That's like you're like trying to validate something in the flesh. You brothers and sisters should not be trying to validate nothing in the flesh. That means you lack faith. That means you think, if you think that your outward appearance grants you access to the kingdom, you're carnal, man. That's why, like, even sisters coming in, they still want to accentuate their ass. We get it. You have an ass. Nice. But you don't need to accentuate it to be accepted. That's the problem with Jake, is they're still too carnal. You're too carnal, man. You got to be spiritual. You got to throw off that old man. And constantly, too. You got to constantly fight this nigga, man. You know? Because he's a nigga. The flesh is a nigga. The flesh is a straight up nigga, man. You know?
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preaches another Yahushua.
And that's happening right now. And then you ass ends up on no jumper getting rebuked by 100 whack niggas. You know? Right? That's what happens, bro. That's scary. But it says the elect won't be judged by no man. You know? Keep going.
Whom we have not preached.
We ain't preached Jesus to you. We didn't tell you to put fringes on your T-shirt. Who you been listening to? Who you been, what he saying, Matilda? Who you been talking to? Who you been talking to? Now all of a sudden you got the so-called Star of David. Who the fuck are you watching, bro? Where you been at?
Who bewitched you?
Yeah, who, thank you. You foolish Galatians. You gotta sometime get on, Jake. Yo, why you being simple? I'm gonna tell you something, brothers. Do not be simple. You cannot be simple out here, man. Because that acting simple will even allow a heathen to overtake you. Because one thing that I've been learning, like when you go to work, Esau is proud because he's created his own intelligence. And then he's wise in that. F12, F8 dash copy paste. Like, then you're all like, holy shit, this is a lot of information. But he's zimming through it because he's had years practicing it. So now he looks like he's intelligent. But it's all vanity, you know? You got, was that it on that precept? Another.
I got something else.
All right. Genesis
3:11. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked?
Right, right. And that was the Lord speaking to what? Adam and Eve.
Right.
Which Adam and Eve were not the first creation.
Right.
Adam came out of the generation of Adamites, and the Lord breathed the breath of life on him, and that's what separated him from the rest of these fucking humans, man. Like us, you know? And even amongst Israel. Because not every Israelite the Lord is dealing with, or they're on one.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like Judges.
Yeah.
With the Judges.
Just like what he just read? Damn, he just
Genesis.
No, the one before that.
2 Corinthians.
Yeah, just like preaching another Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got Israelites that are raised up, but they're preaching a different Savior.
Right.
But like the brother's saying, it's a great point. Like in Judges, there were certain men that got raised up. Jephthah, Gideon, you know, Joshua.
Yeah.
You know, so not every Israelite is set up to lead.
Yeah.
You know, because they could lead you to death. Right. This nigga was a so-called shepherd, and then went on no jumper, and now the sheep followed him and jumped off a fucking cliff, man. Right?
Damn.
Keep going. Oh, that was the point. You want to go back to Corinthians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if ye receive another spirit.
See, so you got to be careful what spirit you might receive. What spirit are you coming in? What spirit you walking in, you know? Even you brothers, be careful with women waking up. They always what's up with women and Yahuwah? I'm dead serious,
Nah,
bro.
for real, though.
They always cleave the, and that's the name sounds garbage. You know what I mean? Even
Right.
pronouncing it.
There was no way.
Who's scared of Yahuwah? Nigga, shut up.
Who?
Right. Yahoo? Nigga, you gotta be, bro, it's a constant check. You know, we gotta check, watch. You know, there's a time to embrace and refrain from embracing him. And you know what, another thing, we shouldn't be looked at as the bad guys for bringing in order. But you need people like me to point the finger at so you can feel good and all white. Yep. So you can fucking skip dance with Edomites at GOCC. Yep. You know? Bet me $1,000, Cornelius. Yeah. Nigga, I hope you $1,000 in debt.
That shit is fucking wild, bro.
Or another gospel.
Another gospel. That's what that's going on. There's another gospel. Deacon Akkad, another gospel. Hassad from Soul Food, another gospel. All these guys are preaching something that ain't supposed to be being brought before you, but they're prophetic puppets, right? Just like Esau. Esau's a prophetic puppet. So they're necessary evil because we're at the end and these necessities need to happen. So this is why we have to defend the gospel. You know, and like we're going into Samuel, but we're amongst what? The hopeful elect, the house of David. So it's a small gathering. What did it say? A small remnant.
Yeah. Yep, a small sanctuary, I believe.
Yeah, thank you.
Which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
Right, because when you go in the other translation, basically it's like you ain't even trying to like fight against it.
Right.
So it's like if you really torn, what's that? Torn between the two. Mm-hmm. I'm torn between the two, but I really want to be with you. Go be with them. Our apostles and elders tell us all the time, just don't go to camp. This ain't a back and forth. You don't want to be here. You don't like it. You can leave. Mm-hmm. All right, what you got, brother?
Real quick, just line back off that.
Yeah.
This 2 Timothy 4 verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Start up.
I'm sorry, I started verse 1.
Yep.
2 Timothy 4 and verse 1.
I was just reading this morning.
I charge thee, therefore, before the Most High, and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead.
The living and the dead. Remember, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So spiritually dead. And you got a lot of spiritual I see dead people too. All right? Mm-hmm. We see a lot of dead ass people too. If I see a nigga with dreads, dead. Yeah. If I see a nigga woman with dreads, dead. They're all dead.
Yep.
I was dead too. But we've been made alive.
Yeah.
It lives. Yeah. We've been made alive, man.
That's right.
So we're thankful. We're not proud. We're not, we're thankful. We're like the Wadiyah Bashim outside that we're alive. You know? Yeah, we ain't got fucking black baby mama drama. Yeah. Your fucking white tees got the U-neck. Now you on body cam explaining to the cop why you got abrasions on your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said we were dead once, right? He said that we what's that, Ephesians, that us being quickened.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Made alive.
Yes.
You know?
Embrace, we say. That's why he said we serve the God of the living. Mm-hmm. You know? We're about being alive, man. As they would say, you gotta speak positivity.
Got to.
You can't be letting, man, you know, nah, fuck that, man. You need a spiritual, uppercut. You know, get yourself right. What David Goggins says, sometimes you gotta hit the chest. Yeah. Get your cojones back, man.
They call it chestnut syndrome.
Yeah, cojones chest syndrome. Yeah, you gotta hit your chest. He said, Mike wants to know why he's sitting on the couch. Yeah. See, men are different, okay? Women, they don't understand men. I mean, they might have a certain degree, but we're a different breed. We're a different creature. We're a different mechanism. The way we're created is different compared to other people, especially the Israelite man. So people don't understand what men need to motivate them, get them going, get the gears turning. You know what I mean? So embrace that, brothers. Embrace your manhood, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it reads back in 2 Timothy 4 and 1, it says, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing.
And we're waiting for the appearing.
That's right.
No one is thinking about Yahushua coming. That's why in Revelations it says no man knew his name.
That's right.
That's why when Bruce Banner, is that his name, Hulk? Bruce Banner?
Yeah, Bruce Banner.
When Bruce Banner came back, he said Thanos is coming. Yeah. And I think Dr. Strange said, who?
Yeah, he said, who?
Exactly. Y'all don't know him. Because all you know is Yahweh and Yahuwah. So shout out to the black woman for causing more confusion.
Even in that movie, they all made light of Thanos, like
Yep.
Tony Stark,
Yep.
Doctor Strange.
Well, not Tony though, because remember later on in that movie, Tony was like, I've been thinking about Thanos since New York.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
He was proud.
Yeah.
That nigga was traumatized by Thanos.
Yeah.
Which Thanos is an eternal. We're Eternals. Remember it says eternal? We're the Eternals. And before the Eternals was Celestials. We're gonna be the Celestials. If we're the elect, we were the Celestials. The first estate, but then now we'll be celestial terrestrial.
Right.
Meaning spiritual and body.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Superman.
Yes. God-man mode.
That's right.
God-man mode. Meaning you don't need to sleep. You know, but you sleep by choice. You eat by choice. Which, you know, you'll maintain the body as well. You know, like Lucy. She ate because the body needed to eat.
Right.
You know?
That's high level. Back in 2 Timothy 4:1, it says, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom.
Woo! Well, let it be done on earth as it is in heaven.
That's right.
Heaven will be on earth. You know?
That's right.
Heaven will be on earth,
Our
man.
heaven.
Our heaven.
Come on, man. That's
Our
right.
rulership. Our kingdom. And they're going to have to deal with it.
That's
I'm
right.
going to get little heathen babies and indoctrinate them. So, because you got to think, by the third generation, they'll be good. They're going to be in the right mind.
That's right.
You know, they're not going to, I mean, demons could still make them, or it's going to make them go off because of the curses, but we're going to have a standard created that they're going to operate in. So you'll have other heathens outing other heathens to the authorities. Like Jacob called the cops on other Jakes to Esau. So it's the same thing. You know, you got to look at your surroundings and apply it to how you would operate your system, your society. You know, like when I see construction, I don't be like, oh, damn, we're stuck. I'm looking to see how they would operate creating a road, how long it takes, what material they use, what contracts they're bringing in, things like that. You got to have a real kingdom mind mentality, man. You know, without the vision, people perish.
That's right.
So if you're not visualizing the attack, if you're not visualizing the kingdom, you're just going to fucking wither away, man.
Yeah.
All right?
That's right. You got to.
So don't just be endlessly scrolling vanity.
Yeah, bro.
You know? Like this morning, instead of me just picking up my phone, I picked up the Bible and started reading. And then from there, a lesson was produced. You know? That's what he that readeth runneth.
Let's see that readeth.
Thank you.
Right.
So if you notice you ain't running like you used to, start reading like you used to. All right? Keep going. Read it again.
And it reads, at his appearing in his kingdom,
Yes.
verse 2, preach the word.
Preach, prophesy, say something.
Right.
See something, say something. Be in that spirit. You know? You see this, you preach that. You know, you looking, prophecies happening. Prophecy is becoming normal, man. Prophecy is becoming normal like wickedness is becoming normal. Preaching is becoming normal. Being a Hebrew Israelite is becoming normal. Praying is becoming normal. Calling on the name of the Lord is becoming normal. All right? And soon, rulership is going to become normal, man. All right?
Yeah, right, bro.
Having babies is going to become normal.
Righteousness.
All right? Walking down
You know?
Edomite bodies as steps is going to become normal.
Right, man.
Like Xerxes,
Yes.
you know? I'm going to have Ham in the tree and Esau be a human ladder so he can climb down.
Right.
Bitch.
You know, because remember back in child slavery, they would have our babies as footstools.
Yeah, for like gout and shit. Like they would put their feet on Jake because they believed that it would suck the sickness out. Like you wrap onions on your feet now with saran wrap and it'll detox you. I would do it, but I don't got no saran wrap. I'll just put it in socks, honestly.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like plastic.
Yeah, I did that once.
See?
It actually worked.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's in the prayers and it worked.
Yeah, let's
you
keep
know?
going for they get us.
Right.
So we got to slip in little things for the sheep to apply, you know, while keep going. Like back in the day, back in chattel slavery, I heard they would like either do quilts or hairstyles for like, to map out where to run to. And I'm going to say it again. Yep. We're on site at the first underground railroad station in Rochester, New York, where our people had to go through to escape slavery. All right? Isn't that heavy?
That's full circle.
That's full circle.
Wow.
What you got, brother?
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly.
You have to. That walking circumspectly is being on point. It's being sober, you know? Because one thing that I noticed, like when you got a man who's devoted to his woman, it's a beautiful thing to have a woman and y'all have a good arrangement together. she ain't you know, behind your back doing shit. But one thing I noticed with men, they occupying the woman, but the woman, she's not like being on point with you. So it's like you gotta be mindful that you may be out and about, but it's only you that's watching, you know, like when I go out, I don't like my back to the door. Even though I have faith, even if my back to the door or not, the Lord is with me, but it's still my way of showing due diligence as well.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Like, even like with combat sports like boxing, where they say protect yourself at all
times. Yep.
But like the scriptures say,
like when you swing, you're supposed to swing with the arm up. You can't, no, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like me watching, I don't know much, but that's what I've watched in my leisure. You got something?
Just real quick to back up that. Because you got to bring out, because the Lord got us protected ultimately, but we got to be circumspect too.
Exactly. We got to do our part. Like now, why are we on a byway? Because we will see there's a festival. Like where we used to camp at, there's more homelessness, more vagabonds, more crime. So why would we go and put ourselves in jeopardy in a spot that we're like, nah, it's not the same no more. You know? So this ain't a fucking tough guy competition. All right? This is about being spiritual and applying wisdom. Wisdom are better than weapons of war.
Real quick, this is Psalms 91 and verse 11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
And you know what? Satan tried to use that against Yahushua to have him jump off the highest point. So you got to be careful with Satan trying to tempt you with the scriptures. You know, which makes me think about that bugged out movie Constantine. In the movie, the chick had a twin and she jumped and committed suicide. But that's like Satan bugging you out. You know, that's what Satan's here to do. He's here to bug you out and to tempt you, the tempter. He wants to tempt you to do something that ultimately have you go off like the serpent did in the garden. You won't die. You know?
And that tempting is from within. You know, that's why he says in Luke 22 and 31 that he may sift you as wheat through inward agitation. You know?
Was that it on that?
Yeah, that was
okay, we're back in this. Then we'll jump back to our initial points.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
All these people are effing fools, man. All these people out here carry themselves foolishly. Like, I don't like large crowds. Now, there's a few reasons why, but I'll tell you one main one. Because I believe in large crowds where the Lord will judge. That's a large, like how the Valley of Jehoshaphat. He's going to bring them, remember he said, I'm going to gather them, and then I'm going to judge them there. So it's like how in the 300, they funneled all those Persians in that small area. So when you bring all these people in one area, that's the perfect time to attack them. So I don't want to be in the midst of these people. But then also, it also says, like in the time of Lot, he said, if there be one righteous. So a lot of times these people ain't getting judged because you might be around them. You know? Is that where we at?
Redeeming the time.
You got to redeem the time. What times we in? You know? We maintain, we pay bills, we this, we that, but it's always in the back of our mind that judgment is coming.
Always.
And you know one thing pisses me off? How busy Babylon keeps us. You got to be reminded when the Sabbath is. How in the heck? How can we be in the new covenant if we got to still check when the Sabbath is? You know? Or when the new moon comes in. But when we have the covenant in us, you don't have to. You'll know. You'll know every Sabbath for eternity. So Captain Azari, like, you're garbage, man. And you just got confounded by a fucking trash-smoking Edomite, Andrew Wilson. This nigga was smoking back-to-back cigarettes. You know his mic stinks. And he confounded you, man. He made you look stupid. You look fucking stupid, man. I asked the brother, I said, you said, is he drunk? It was like nigga level intelligence. Only a fucking nigga would think that Captain Zariak won.
Maybe the Lord did that.
Thank you. Because he didn't give him a mouth that his adversaries couldn't gainsay or resist. He was confounding you, bro. All over polygamy. And I'm like, bro, tell him the kingdom's coming. You know what I mean? It's like you're in the crowd telling the boxer, swing! You in the crowd mad as shit, you know? That's how I felt. So you got confounded, man. So Shalak Mashapat Yamanaish PK.
That's right.
Redeeming
the time because the days are
evil, man. It's evil. You had a Jake kill his stepson over a donut stick. Road rage is at an all-time high. Don't be out here tripping, man, because you can get your ass whooped by the world, man. The world, you know what I mean? The world could jack your ass up. You know, now you watching Camp with a black eye.
Yeah.
You know? Hoping it goes away. You trying to cover up a hickey or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to put a cold spoon on it. Come on. No, bro. You got to carry yourself wise. People are out. It says, psycho.
I got it right here.
That's weird.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound.
Yeah, iniquity, man. It's evil out here.
Bro, yeah.
I don't even like watching women fight. You know what I mean? I like women. I think women are beautiful. There's a certain role. Oh, the other day, it damn near brought a tear to my eye. You had this fucking beast man woman. She was pushing her daughter to go fight in a crowd, and this little baby, she didn't want to fight. That shit almost made me cry, bro. Like, cause you could understand the innocence in this poor little girl. It was a little Jake girl. I mean, she was probably like 14, 15, but her mother was pushing her into the chaos, and she kept trying to like, no. And then she pushed her daughter on them fighting. Her daughter got off, and then the mother smacked her. That shit hurt my heart, bro. I would take that little girl and protect her. See, people don't understand what an Israelite man through the Lord can do for our own people. We're protectors, providers, and as it says, saviors.
Yeah. Women not supposed to fight.
Women ain't supposed to be out here fighting. That's a very unattractive attribute that you've been given because of the curses.
Yeah.
You know? Is this thing, all right, keep going? No, it just looked like it's good.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's not.
This is back in Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, bro. People ain't care. Is it we good? The water. People don't give a shit about old people.
Nah.
They looking at old people as a lick now.
Yeah, bro.
They not looking across you across the street. They're looking to double cross you.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
Let me help you with that.
Yeah. I knew there was one Jake back in the world. He was a wicked ass Jake. And he got caught in the news punching the old lady.
Damn.
He got locked up for it.
Damn.
He was doing that knockout game.
Yeah, yep, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's judgment too.
Yeah,
It's dangerous out here. Okay, what Benny Siegels tells Charlemagne?
Dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Real quick,
Yup.
this is 2 Timothy 3 and 1.
You still in Ephesians 5?
It says, this know also that in the last days.
That's how you know we're in the last days, man. You know, women are overly sexualized. Everybody's tatted.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody's tatted and vaping and smoking, you know?
Yeah.
It's literally, you could only imagine what Noah and Shem were going through.
Yeah.
You know why I say that? Because Shem was in the priesthood, you know? Because all those were, those sons of Noah were sons of Noah.
Right.
But it went through Shem specifically.
Right.
Like Jacob and Esau, but went through Jacob specifically.
Right.
See? That's what we've been pushing. Like, it's not just because you're of that line, it's because you're chosen of that line.
Right.
You know?
That's right. Just like with Jackson 5. Who was the chosen one?
Michael
Jackson.
Didn't his brother try to take his spot? But wasn't it the mother? Didn't the mother push Michael,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just like with Jacob and Esau, was it Rebecca?
Yeah.
Rebecca was like, yo, go get this, put this rug on, hairy ass nigga. Esau, you know?
This is
So women can have times where they play a righteous role.
Yeah, true.
And but their role, it may be minimal, but it's impactful.
Right. Just like the role with Mordecai's niece. What's her
Esther.
name? Esther. The wife.
Which I believe was her heathen name. And she was used to bring Haman to the table to out him in front of the king.
That's right.
You know?
Back in 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Savage. Complete savage. You seen there was this other black mother, which
Always a black mom.
Job 39. She basically ate her son's food on purpose. It was some weird ass
Are you
evil.
talking about the video where the father came home from work?
Or
that might be another one.
yeah, but see, there's so many.
So many, bro.
There's so many, but yeah, man, it's like, yo, Jake be catching hell even within the household, man.
There was this one where the father came home. He's like, did you eat? What'd you eat? And you got the nigga woman sitting at the table eating, and in front of the child, he like, I had rice, Dad. And he like, what? He's like, I fed that you before I left to go to work.
Listen, this is why I approve domestic violence in Babylon. All right? You know what I'm saying? You better smack that bitch. Because the women, where's the judgment for women?
Right, bro.
That's why Micah is so important, okay? Because right now, through the curses and Esau ruling, he allows that banshee to fucking ruin lives, man.
Yep.
And who's the main life she ruins? Jake's.
Yep.
Okay?
It never fails, bro.
Damn.
And it says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Yeah, like right now. And you see that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Allegay, that nigga loves himself. But take that fucking fitted off and you'll look like Hulk Hogan in the last minutes of a wrestling match. Remember? you know?
Right, yeah.
Nigga, you know? Let it
Allegations.
go, bro. Let it go.
Man.
See, Jake's not humble. One thing that stands out to me is someone that doesn't repent. A sinful man will not be reproved,
There you go.
but making an excuse. If you make a fucking excuse for your wickedness, I already know you gone.
Yeah.
Just like a woman, instead of, my bad, damn, I fucked up again, right? No, if you make an excuse, you're a demon, man.
Right.
And the Lord gonna deal with you. Our God, none of you nations got a God. We got a God, man. Our God made heavens and the earth.
Right.
The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and we're Jacob. All you other nations are heathens, and your God are demons, man.
Right.
You got demons for a God, and the demons serve our God, and they tremble.
That's right.
You know? So embrace that, man.
Straight up. And it reads, it says, covetous, boasters.
How you covetous?
Right.
You overweight and
Right.
hungry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't sharing the food. Ain't you had enough?
Come on.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
already know how the food tastes.
Right. Covetous. Yeah, I want 3 of them. You know, I don't trust
Come on,
niggas
bro.
with more than 2 phones.
Yeah, bro.
Nigga said,
said-
I got 2 phones.
Oh, man.
One for the bitches, what he say? And one for the plug.
For the plug.
What a loser. What a loser. You know? And a man, you gotta beware of a man that fixates his whole existence off pussy. Excuse me
Oh,
for
yeah.
saying it that way. Cause you women know. You know too. Cause women will know like I ain't really shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll tell, I've had women tell me they don't like men that like God them. You know what I mean? They don't like that and they know. But see, their talent, cause they can't beat you, they trick you. You know what I mean? They trick you. You know, cause they can't go hand to fist to cuff with you. So they'll let men talk themselves into a hole.
Yeah.
But I don't trust men that got nothing but women around them.
Yeah.
That's what Satan, the serpent, did to Eve.
Yeah,
He beguiled her.
he beguiled her. And just like now, all you getting beguiled. You got women that actually believe Nate's a man of the Lord. You know? You know what I mean when I say that, because you know, I've heard the elders speak about him might being of the elect.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as far as his actions right now.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You calling on Christ, man, that's not a man of the Lord attribute.
Yeah.
There's certain attributes that are installed in your spirit that exude through the flesh in action, you know?
And it reads,
Like
Well-
repentance.
right, yeah.
You know how powerful repenting is?
For real, bro.
Saying, man, I apologize. You know, like when a brother speaks Hebrew, I like to think about that in the English, as in when a brother says Salakia, he's literally telling me, forgive me. People don't be asking for forgiveness. You know how powerful that is? You know? Like, you know, Jake say, my bad.
Yeah.
You know where that came from? Matumbo.
Oh, word?
Or one of the African Jakes, because him saying, say, instead of saying, like, my apologies, he didn't know proper English, so he said, my bad. And then the whole team started picking that up.
Oh, wow.
And that birthed my bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I know that.
I like fun facts.
My bad.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yep. Like certain slangs that we say today, it came from Moab dealing with British merchants, you know, because they didn't know proper English, you know.
And it says, 2 Timothy 3:2, it says,
Pride goeth before destruction, though. How you proud and weak and sinful flesh? A lot of people have and will die because of pride. You know what I mean? You see people, you know what's really dangerous? Going out, man. Going to the clubs,
Yeah, bro.
nighttime. I don't like being around people drinking and at night.
Oh, man.
You know? I don't like that. When I see women out, the first thing I think, you got a man.
Yeah, bro.
You got a man and you trying to dance on me. You know?
Then you got certain music that plays.
Yep.
You know, you got men amongst that. That's a whole combination for like just death. That is not good.
It's a gumbo of inequity.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Truly. Yeah.
I've literally, when I was early on, because when I first came in, I was traveling, you know, because, you know, you don't know where you're going to go.
Yeah.
Man's going to the Lord. And I had went out, you know what I mean? And there was a woman, and I was super, like, cautious. And I straight up, I asked her, I said, you want to dance? She said, yeah. And I said, you got a man? And she said, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? So you're going to grind on me and then go home. Like the elder Pastor Hart posted a video. You got this B word where she had a man for sex and a man to cuddle with. So she would get popped by one man, and then after that, she would go and cuddle with another nigga, man.
Oh, says she wipe her mouth.
And she do nothing.
No shame.
Jeez, bro.
Damn.
Golly.
That's why you can't give a female liberty to get abroad.
Nope. Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Give her ass no pass.
No, hell no. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. Brothers, there's nothing wrong with being the bad guy. You know why? Because woe to them that call good evil. So you're calling me evil for being good? I'll take that. All right? They call you Hawashai Beelzebub.
Yeah, bro.
All right? So we'll take all that. You know? And where's the accusers now that used to call us grapists? Where you at now, bitch? Excuse me for saying that,
bro.
but it invigorates me thinking about the demons that try to come up against us. But that's why it says the gates of hell shall not prevail. So keep fighting, brothers. You on the right path, man. Do not allow the multitude of wickedness to convey or convince your mind. That's why it says rest judgment.
That's right.
The populace of people will try to convince you, don't do it. Yeah. Remember years ago that weak-ass Christians? Let him in. Let him in.
That crazy-ass dude, man.
These Christians try to condemn me for having tattoos. What the fuck? What about forgiveness?
Yeah.
You know?
What about the grace of Yahushua?
Yeah.
You know?
See, we can flip it on them too.
And it says, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
Spiritual parents. And you got people literally not regarding parents.
Yeah.
You know, literally. It's tell you honor your mother and father, you know? My mom called, I pick up the phone. You might not always want to, you know, because you could read your parents. You know, you'll know. But the point is, you're not supposed to disrespect them.
Right.
I keep my distance because a lot of our parents are still in the world or Christians, you know? So, you learn. You got to learn how to deal with people.
Yeah. The Lord can judge you for that. You know, being rude to your parents, you know, being a demon, you know, because they still, like you just said, you know? And it says, unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, how are you unthankful? Then, it's a good example of being unholy? You're on No Jumper.
Oh, man.
And all them been on there.
Yeah.
Cesariak was on there, you know?
That's unclean.
Exactly.
It says don't sit with evil, with devils and shit. You know, what's that, Corinthians? You know?
What community does light have with darkness?
Yeah.
Like I want to sit at the table with you. I already got to deal with bitch-ass people in the world on a regular.
Yeah, bro.
Because I work, grocery shopping, and these people are so low level, man. You know, and I've been learning to use that to my advantage instead of just being annoyed or mad. It's like, man, use that to advance yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And it says, without natural affection.
Because they don't got the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit says be like gentle, understanding.
Yeah.
You gotta, as a judge, you gotta understand the situation. You got children. You understand they might not necessarily be wicked. They just are ignorant. You know, they don't know. Even a woman, it says, handle her with understanding, because they're the weaker vessel. But you got to check it though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to still check it though. But you understand where it's coming from. Keep going. Which proves that we're God's on earth. That alone, if applied in a business, would be monumental.
Yeah.
And we're about our Father's business. You know.
And it reads, truce breakers.
Like breaking truths.
Man.
You know, but Jonathan didn't break the truth, or King David didn't break the truth with each other. So Jonathan is of the house of David.
That's right.
Even though his father was Saul. Jonathan defended David.
That's right.
Jonathan was so upset what Saul was doing that on the second dinner of the new moon, he didn't even eat dinner. He got off the table furious, and then went out and let David know that his father was seeking to kill him. And then they embraced each other and cried because David had to flee the kingdom, man. You know?
Damn.
He had to flee from Saul. He had to go hide. That's why we've got to go back to Samuel and then John, because the spirit that's on us is we are concerned about Yahushai's sheep, you know? And what men are trying to do to them. So we got a spiritual protector spirit.
Right.
You know?
That's right. Yahushai said, if you love me, feed my sheep, you know?
And he told that to David.
Right.
He told that to David as David was Peter.
Right. That's right.
King Peter.
That's right.
Which Peter got put to death upside down because he was like lowly.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't worthy. So when you look at the accounts of the men of the Lord, the lives that they lived were very contrite. They weren't like how Esau shows you on fucking the History Channel,
bro.
You know, in cloth with fucking dog hair and a raggedy beard.
Yeah, man.
Which if you go to 1 Samuel, I think 19, we can look it up. Even one of David's wives, which was Saul's daughter, she had made a image of David like he was laying in bed, and guess what she used? Goat hair, and goat hair is woolly. So that's another example to show you that in the scriptures, that's Jake. I could get it for you because I highlighted it.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, nice.
This is 1 Samuel 19 and verse 12. So Michael let down David through a window.
This is David's wife, which is also Saul's daughter, which Saul gave one of his daughters, and then he gave it to another man.
Oh, man,
so Saul was just, he got demons on him,
yeah,
man.
Bro,
he had demons on him.
Yeah.
He had evil spirits on him.
Yeah, that's Satan.
Yeah.
You know? 1 Samuel 19 and 12. So Michael,
McCall, yeah,
let David down through a window.
So he had escaped out of a window.
Yeah.
That's Jake stuff.
Yeah, bro.
You see that now? He get climbing out the window.
Yeah, that reminded me when they had to put Paul, they had to hide him because from wicked ass Jakes.
Yep.
He had to escape the city.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Literally.
And it says, and he went and fled and escaped, and McCall took an image and laid it in the bed and put a pillow of goat's hair for his bolster and covered it with a cloth. And when Saul sent messengers to take David, she said he is sick.
IUIC members.
Man.
Probably IUCBK. A lot of you,
right.
IUCBK, IUIC, Sakari, Bow.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
With whatever your name is. You know your name.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all were with Saul, man.
Yeah.
After David, you know? A lot of y'all were taking orders from Saul and acting them out, thinking that you were doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Like it said, Yahushua said, they'll think killing us, they're doing the Lord's work, you know?
That's right.
Like when they killed they murdered Stephen.
Yeah. And it reads, verse 15, and Saul sent messengers again to see David, saying, bring him up to me in the bed, that I may slay him. Damn.
So that's the point.
Okay.
There's a lot in there, but that's the point.
Okay, yeah.
So the point is that just for a side note for brothers, if you're in the topic of color, you know, because that's another thing. Color don't matter, but you got all these fucking blasphemous pictures, all right, of some nigga in a 60s band that you call Jesus.
Right.
And that's fine, you know? Pieces of shit. They're just heathens. They're just heathens around us as we're building.
Yep.
You know? Let's get back.
Back in 1 Samuel 22.
Well, did we finish
Timothy.
Yeah. Timothy's and then redeeming?
Yeah, second that's
Yeah, was that all of it? Redeeming the time because the days are evil? Was that it? I just want to get all the meat off the bone, you know.
Recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Okay, we were going to read that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just hold that. Hold that in the tuck.
Back in 2 Timothy 3 and 3.
Because I look at the scriptures like a spiritual slap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slap the shit out of them with it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at the scriptures, you know? Because it says it's a sword.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. For real. It cuts past your flesh.
Exactly.
You know, the word's alive, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, like it does us.
That's why I say, that's why at times you be like, damn, I was doing that.
Damn, I'm tripping.
Yeah, bro.
But then that brings you closer to the Lord because then you like, this fucking flesh.
Yeah.
Because you brothers and you sisters, you got to think, what did your spirit want to do that?
Right.
Did your spirit want to do that? Or was it this disgusting body? It's the body. You know? You get a little drink in you. Now you gave this water buffalo a chance. What you got, brother? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm being
life.
real, though.
That's real
But
life,
I'm being real. Can we be real? Brothers know. You know?
What
Brothers
they call
know.
it, drunk goggles?
Beer goggles.
Beer goggles.
Like in Mo Money. That's a good one. In Mo Money, old girl, which was sister in real life,
wow.
he took the shot and he said, you know what, she don't look that bad. Then he took another shot, he said, I must be drunk. And he ended up going home with her. And then he had to fake a fire to get her ass out the bed. See what that alcohol, it really be giving women a position, man. Really the flesh. So men that are in the flesh, it really gives power to the woman, man. In the land of the flesh, the woman is king. I see that shit. and they're all shaking. You know, they shake their legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just one example.
That's
of,
one
of
example.
flesh, bro.
Yep. What you got, bro? We just being real. Can we be real for a minute? Can we stop faking the funk?
It's real life.
You know what I'm saying? And acting like wearing purple and Deuteronomy and everything's okay once you wear fringes. Wrong. That's when it begins. When you come to serve the Lord, that's where the temptation begins. You know? Because you had that time as a Gentile on vacation.
Right.
You was on vacation, chilling.
Wilding.
Yep. Tongue all out.
Yep.
Ass out, stomach and shit.
Reveling.
Yep. Wilding.
Tripping.
But see, you know where winning begins? Failure. Remember I was telling you about that? Failure, man. That's where winning begins. You got something, brother?
Just like what working out.
Yeah.
If you want to get the best results, you got to live to a failure.
Yes.
You know, like doing like calisthenics or weight training. You want to feel that burn so you can't feel that shit.
Yeah,
no more.
I was doing triceps, and I did it till failure, and I never felt a greater. I still feel the burn now. I never felt a greater burn when I did that. And I just use resistant bands.
See?
But you gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
Just be consistent. Just be consistent.
Yeah.
Shh. Just be consistent. Don't overthink. Don't calories. I understand there's more to it, but just be consistent. You know, occupy until I come. Yeah. You know, so I like using working out as a means of a hobby instead of just sitting, drinking, and watching YouTube or some shit. Right. You know, you got to find other things, man. Just that's all. Just be consistent. What you got?
That's the Zen workout.
Thank you. That's what I do. I like watching. Yep.
Been paying attention to the workout.
Exactly.
Watching the lessons.
I got a perfect example for you. Y'all know Herschel Walker? He's a very athletic Jake. He got to that form by working out when commercials came on. So if he was watching TV and a commercial came on, bow, bow, bow. And not the Hebrew Israelite camp, but he'd be like, bow, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a pull-up bar, I put on top of it, do a pull-up. So you walk by, you gotta do a pull-up. Remember you came over and I show you the pull-up bar and say, do a pull-up. Yeah. Oh shit, I gotta do a pull-up. That's it. You just find little ways to motivate, little ways to engage. That's what it's all about, man. It's the little things, the details.
That's right.
Like they says, the devil in the details, you know?
That's right.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son,
we don't say Sirach after the Diddy trial. No, I'm just playing.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now you got to remind yourself.
Here, man.
You have to actually remind yourself that you could potentially be tempted today. Like they say, they trying me.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare yourself that you could be tempted. Like I went through some strange shit the other day, and but I had the spiritual mind in that moment to understand that this is Satan. Right. Instead of being like, man, what the, you know, and I say, you know what? It was on my way to work. I say, you know what? It's no big deal. If I'm late, I'm only gonna be a couple minutes late. So it's not the end of me. That's where Satan wants to work though. He wants to basically jumble your situation up and get you like foggy. Yeah. So you're not thinking clear.
Agitation.
Thank you. Agitation. Like the end of the movie, was it Fog or The Mist? Where he shot everybody.
Yeah. The Mist.
And she said the God of the Hebrews is doing it.
Yeah.
And then he killed everybody and his son. And then when he went to blow his own bitch ass brains out, he ran out of bullets, and then he came the army to save him.
Well, I notice now what Satan does to me is instead of coming at me directly, he'll divert my attention somewhere else and then do something else like
sleight of hand.
Yeah. He's doing that so it's like
that's Esau.
Yeah.
The news. Jennifer Aniston and someone. I don't give a shit about what two humans are doing with each other.
Right.
But he'll do that because he's over here passing executive orders or sex traffic, whatever. Whatever this loser, this prophetic puppet is doing. But you got to understand the devices of him. You know? Was that it on it, brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in 2 Timothy 3 and verse 3, it says, without natural affection.
Which Timothy was an understudy of Paul, and I believe Timothy's father was a Greek.
Yep.
And Timothy was one of the disciples that witnessed Paul as he died and then came back to life when he got stoned, remember?
Yeah, yep.
You know?
Yep. And it reads, truce breakers, false accusers.
Great beds.
Yep.
Great.
Come on, man.
Shut up.
Like come on, like that. that crime is not it's not a petty thing.
That's not a light thing.
According to the lands of law of Babylon
And people's opinions.
Yeah, bro. Like you saying that, you're putting a smear on us,
Especially men.
You know?
Because one thing I noticed, there's a demon of belief on people with certain accusations.
Yeah, bro.
As soon as they say, he did this to me, and everybody just believes it.
Right.
Everybody fucking believes these lying ass women. And all you women do is lie down anyways.
Yeah. And the scriptures say, get both of the sides.
Yeah.
Of the matter.
Yep.
Just like the account with King Solomon. He prayed for wisdom. The Lord gave it to him. Then the next day, it was a scenario going on between two women, and he said, "Wait, let's get both of the sides of the story."
He saw us cut the baby in half.
Right, right.
And then I had a point to make. What were you saying?
About them calling rapists
Yeah.
and stuff
Read
like
this
that.
again.
Got you. It says, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent.
Oh, that's over sexualized.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable. You're just uncontrollable. You got women getting hemmed up between two cars.
Damn.
You had this woman come out and because she went on a what's that shit when you got the boat pulling you and you're in a parachute?
Oh yeah.
Parasailing.
Yeah.
The instructor was dry humping her in the air. I was stuck and I couldn't do nothing. You damn right you couldn't. But he was.
My goodness.
But you're half naked in your bra and panties. Oh, I'm sorry, Babylon. It's a bikini. It's a bikini. But anyways, he's dry humping her because it's horny, and you're all half naked. I went to the store the other day and this bitch bottom ass was hanging out. You were with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this bitch ass hanging out.
I remember.
Whole fucking cheek.
That shit happened to me when I was with my son in the store, and my wife was like, "Yo, I don't want my son to learn this like this." Like,
Yep. Now I know what you mean, bro. Like as a person, I mean, all brothers got different, but for me, I'm like, if I have a child now, I want that baby to be born in the kingdom, though.
Yeah,
I do not want my child born in this society.
He got to see the sloppy cheeks.
Yeah.
As a baby.
Yeah.
She all in the face. She got fucking Newport residue on her gums.
Disgusting, bro.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch
Yeah.
master residue.
And it reads, fierce despisers of those that are good.
Us, we're the most despised.
Yeah.
Like Jake say, most hated.
Yeah.
We're the most hated. Yahushua was hated, but also loved.
Yeah.
King David was hated, but also loved. So we're experiencing what our forefathers went through. This is our records right here. This is our photo album.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like this is our book. Okay?
That's right.
But why do everyone have their hands on it? Because Jake is everywhere where everyone's at.
Yeah.
So what a beautiful way to spread or to give a message is by giving it to everyone.
Right.
That's
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Talk about in plain sight.
Yep. Like Esau.
Yeah, that's right.
Esau claiming to be us in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Jew.
Yeah.
Remember that bitch ass dude?
Yeah.
He got confounded. He's still out here somewhere. He's called like the Russian something.
The Russian Jew.
And he got one of the most viral videos was us.
Yeah.
He put me on the thumbnail. You piece of shit. And we confounded you.
Nigga walked up with a big ass book bag with a camera attached to it.
GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro the water. He had a fucking crew with him.
Yeah. And that was when the brothers from Buffalo came up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all when brothers come up, something got happened. Then after that,
Right.
some N-Dub came up talking about putting her feet in piss.
Oh man.
Remember?
Yeah.
She was through.
Yeah.
She was through. I'm like, leave us alone.
She said detox your feet, detox your body. You put your feet in piss.
That's lewd. That's sick. I'm sorry we even said that. I'm sorry that you sheep had even visualized that. She had like a little afro, like a microphone.
Yeah.
Like a little thing.
Yeah.
Crazy. Smitten with madness. Go to IUIC. They'll cover you up. Keep going.
Verse 4 and it says, traitors.
Traitors. That trifecta, that trio, they traded on each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Them niggas.
Yeah.
And then they're effeminate scribe. He spilled the tea.
Those some real allegations.
That's funny.
Man.
That nigga's probably on the T app. Oh, and then the nigga Allegate was talking about the T app. You know how stupid you look being in the world?
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the world. I don't want accolades of the world. I'm glad the world don't accept me. I want the Lord to accept me. Huh?
They crashing out.
Yeah.
You had a nigga woman,
She killed herself?
she killed herself. It's just mad carnal shit going on because of that.
It's Babylon. What you got, brother?
Real quick. This is John 17 and verse, let's see here.
And I don't give a shit if I was on it. You should not care the opinion of people. You know what I mean? When you really think about what these people think, look at the music they like. You think I'm gonna give a shit what you think about me? And you're over here fucking dancing a little yachty? You know what I'm saying? You know, right? Give a shit what you think about me. It says no man can judge the Lord's elect.
That's right, bro.
You know? A natural man.
Yeah.
You think we care what a natural man or a natural woman thinks about us?
Hell no. John 17:14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them.
Good. We hate you too.
That's right.
The feeling's mutual. Like when I first came in, there was a high vibration of racism where it was just, you don't like me because I'm black.
Yeah.
And I don't like you white. So I used to tell Esau when I would read, this is beginning though. You know, when you first coming in, now more wisdom's applied, be at peace with all men. But when I would read in the spirit, Esau despising me, I would tell him, I said, the feeling's mutual. Ooh, oh shit. And I wouldn't say nothing else, but he knew what I knew. So we both knew. Fuck you too.
Yeah.
James.
And it reads,
Mike.
it says, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Yep, that's why a lot of the Israelites that follow these other camps, they're completely worldly.
Completely worldly, bro.
They're completely in the world. Then they'll go and tell you to do something. They don't got no works on their page.
Yep.
That's a high sign of someone that don't, if they ain't doing the work, that tells you right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For real.
You know, you just listening. You're not doing the work. You're not doing no lessons. You're not at camp. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you really doing, man? You're not doing nothing.
Truly.
You're not doing no lessons. You know? Like you, brother, you do lessons. You know what I mean? You here at camp with us. You're not just standing there.
Right.
You're putting your foot, your best foot forward.
Yeah.
Occupying till the Lord come.
Right.
Like we all are. You know? And we're fighting while doing it too.
Right.
You know? But you got guys actually out here that just watch. Got fringes on with a cigarette. Remember that viral video?
Yeah, bro.
The Jake had a cigarette in his
crazy.
mouth, texting with
Yeah.
fringes on.
But a lot of Jakes, it just goes to show Ezekiel 37, how they just have the flesh but not the breath.
Yeah.
You know, because the Lord's not dealing with a lot of Jakes.
They got
You
just
know?
the fringes and not the rest.
There you go. And it says, even as I am not of the world.
Yeah, I'm above, you're beneath.
There you go.
We're not of the world. We don't want to be of this temporal, corny ass world.
Yeah, bro.
This shit is whack. Why you think if I listen to music, 9 times out of 10, I'm going back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we're
yeah.
looking back, movies,
Yeah,
looking back, all the,
yeah.
everything. If I'm watching something that's of the world, it's years ago.
Yeah.
You know? I watch this
Yeah.
fucking Mr. Beast, that faggot. I'm speaking
Yeah.
plain today. I
Yeah.
apologize.
That mighty con.
Yeah, thank you. Let me reply to that. But you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
new shit. Oh, then you see that little fucking goblin Duke Dennis and Kai Sinet. Did you see they got arrested?
Oh, nah.
And then their mugshots, this is how you know that like them cameras got demons on them. Cause they'll be looking perfect. But when they took their mugshot, them niggas look like project babies.
Oh,
like they
shit.
legitimately look disgusting. You know?
That could be a fucking what's that ritual called?
Humiliation ritual? Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be a publicity stunt.
They said that about Alligator too.
oh,
They
yeah,
said
yeah.
that
Yep.
because now No Jumper's looking for a new host.
See, man, that nigga's worldly, bro. That's a straight up nigga. Lest he repent, you know? But that nigga, you know, he's tripping, bro, you know?
Yeah.
But back in John 17 and 15, it says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
Right, even Paul said that it's needful for me to be here.
Yeah,
Because you have times where you just want to go to the spirit world.
yeah,
You know, I've literally had times where I'm like, man, I just want to close my eyes and open them and then we'll be in the kingdom.
yeah.
You know, but we got to deal with it. And that's the prisoner of hope. When you know now you can't leave. When you can't leave. We're choosing to stay in Babylon too.
Right.
All right? Because we could be a passport, bro.
Yeah.
I could be in the fucking Cambodia or somewhere with some thick Gentile, but we're here.
Yeah.
We are here.
And doing that, like, you know, going to places like that, like what is that going to benefit?
Your flesh.
Because you still, ultimately, still in captivity.
Like you got
You know?
Jake's talking about shalom and how much they pay rent in Egypt.
Yep, I seen that.
You know, where you think he learned shalom from?
Come on.
You know, how many of you out here got your mother saying shalom? You know? But that's the point,
Oh,
man.
man.
This is impactful, brothers. Like, seriously, when you think about it, we're choosing to stay in Babylon.
Yeah.
All right? We're choosing to stay here.
Yeah. That's why it said the Lord directs man's steps.
Yep.
You know? Back in John 17 and 15.
Just like other camps, my bad, brother. But like other camps, they'll flee New York in the winter and go to Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It says preach the word instant in season and out of season.
You were reading that.
That
too.
don't mean go. That don't mean go. To Florida. When shit's getting bad upstate. You know, snowing and shit.
The elder Manat Zakba, he had shouted us out in the lesson, and he said winter's coming, but we're getting ready for it. You know, we getting ready for it, man. We getting ready for it.
You know,
and that's the spirit we're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Not dragging our feet, you know, and bringing a weak ass fucking beta vibration to the camp, man. We gotta be manly, you know.
Got to. And it reads, verse 15, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
Nope.
But that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Yeah, this place is evil, man. So the Lord be protecting, preserving us, keeping us, you know, and you feel good in the spirit. You know, I'm thankful to be out here, man. There's a fucking famine in Gaza right now.
Man, yeah, bro.
You got people's ribs showing.
Yes.
You know, like it could always be worse.
Yes.
You complaining, but you can walk, talk, and move.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
You could have no legs, be homeless.
Being chased by the cops.
For real, like, not even bullshitting. Because people out here are actually living like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That's why the scriptures, push being humble.
Yes.
You know?
Ain't nothing to be proud about.
For real.
There's nothing to have pride about. Because you could be proud of Yahweh Shemel Shai and the truth. Like, I'm thankful. I got this. You suck. You know, like
bro.
You could compare. But after that, like, we not, like, it's me. This ain't a me unit.
Yeah.
We were talking on the way up here how it's the Lord inspiring us, doing this, doing that.
Right.
We don't push like it's us.
Right.
Because even back in the day, you had some that like Apollos, some that like Paul. Nah, man. This ain't a favoritism thing.
The Most High put us in this position.
Yep.
Right.
Through Yahweh Shai.
In the spirit.
Yep.
In the spirit. Through the prophet.
And it reads, John 17 and 16, they are not of the world,
We ain't of the world.
even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world.
We're in the world now, but with a purpose. Not to, remember years ago he said, man, you guys should start a radio station.
Oh, yeah, that Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Yeah,
You know, people, that's Satan.
yeah.
Because now you think about it, all of them are doing podcasts, radio station shit.
Yep. That's
you know,
worldly shit,
that's
bro.
worldly.
I think one time Jake, he came up to us, he said, you guys got a job? Remember that
Yeah.
shit?
I was literally just thinking about that.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah,
we
this
got a
is the job.
Yeah, the Father's business.
Yeah, we're about the Father's business.
You know?
And business is good. All right, where we at?
I had still had Timothy.
Okay, you want to finish
and I
it?
still had 1 Samuel.
Let's go finish Timothy. And then let's jump into Samuel.
All right. Back in 2 Timothy 3 and 4, it says traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure.
Eddie Murphy. Right?
Yeah, yep. It says heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High.
Yeah, you know what's a lover of pleasure? My bad. You know what's a lover of pleasure? Pushing multiple wives.
Yeah.
That's a lover of pleasure, man. You got a point there, brother?
Well, right here it says, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. And like the John 2 and 15, it says, if you love the world, then the love of the Father is not within you. So being in the flesh all the time and overindulging in certain things, that ultimately, that's, you can go to the dark side.
Yeah, you sexed out.
Yeah, bro. If you're not, taking a step back and self-evaluating yourself.
Saying, man, I haven't been saying no lately.
Yeah. Like
You
at
gotta
least have that thought in the back of your head, like, oh, I'm tripping.
I'm tripping right now.
Like shit, like, because some got to give.
He said, I'm tripping. I must be drunk.
Yeah, bro.
I had that conversation before. It's like sometimes even if you in the truth and you have a wife, sometimes you don't even touch your wife.
Yep.
There's times
well, the Lord told us that.
You got Sabbath, you got high holy days. Your wife might hit a menstrual. You don't even touch your wife for maybe weeks. Sometimes it's weeks.
That's what David told the priest. He said, me and my men haven't been with a woman in 3 days. He was able to eat the shewbread, which also is an indicator of the priest of the Melchizedek. And then because of that act that the priest did, Saul had Doeg the Edomite kill 80 and some priests, man.
Oh, yeah.
Murdered them.
Yeah.
Damn.
But hey,
you know,
but that's what Jake wanted. And remember, the Lord said, "Hey, he gonna put y'all in slavery. He gonna do this and do that to y'all." You know, but Jake wanted a carnal king,
like the heathen.
Right? Exactly. There you go.
Which really Moses was our first king, in the flesh, if you will, king in Jeshurun. You know, but that's a good point you made, brother, because you know, those are certain obstacles that you got to trouble in the flesh, things you got to deal with when you having a woman.
Because some people think that you just out here, it's party time when you know when you go home, but sometimes you don't even touch your woman.
And it's good for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for you.
You do it so that you can keep proper perspective.
Yep. Because you know, in the world of working out, they say if you work out and you go home and pop your woman, you just released all your gains. Like, you know, certain men, they push like semen retention.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like retaining.
Right.
Because you got life in you, man. We bear life in us, you know? So you see what a real man of the Lord does? It's a whole different caliber, man.
It says, "Flee from youthful lust."
Yep.
Always wanna
horny.
Pop something like a horny, like.
That was me in the world. I was a so-called ladies man, no beard. Everybody thought I was Spanish. I took that to my advantage. I didn't wear glasses. I was out here, bro. I was dead ass, bro. I was out here, but it didn't profit nothing. It didn't profit me nothing. So we really be speaking from experience, you know. So if that's coming from experience, you should take heed to that. But then some jakes are fucking stiff-necked and they gotta learn for themselves, you know. Which I have to. I'm dead out there. Like I'm still gonna do it. And I'm like,
don't touch the red button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't turn around.
You know, it makes sense why Jake is called, you know, sheep.
Yeah.
Because sheep are simple.
Yeah.
You know, docile.
Yeah.
You know.
So we know ourselves. So that's the best thing.
Right.
Prove yourself.
Yeah. Oh, just like Paul said. He said, "Know ye not your own selves, lest ye be reprobates."
Thank you.
You know.
You got to know what's evil for you. So I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't do that. You know. Let me go back home. You got to do that in this. I'm telling you, bro. Because this flesh, you know, that's why people, they be like, how'd I get home? That flesh brought your ass home. You know? What you got, brother?
This is Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
And we see the wolves. We see the wolves. What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
That's right.
We see the wolves out here. Grievous. You know? Keep going.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Knowing when to attack and knowing when to blend in.
Damn right.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
Because snakes are they're crafty. They're very good hunters too. You know, so you gotta apply wisdom at all times. Going back to David, Saul envied David because he walked with wisdom. How you gonna be mad because I'm walking wisely and I'm serving you? You know?
That's somebody you want on your team.
Thank you.
You want a star player.
I said that to myself. I said, I'm glad we on David's side.
Right.
I'm glad we on, you know, I don't know how to side of the Lord, so I'm not trying to fight against the Lord, man. Shit.
We all get a ring.
Yeah,
like the scripture say, we all get that penny. You know?
Yep.
Back in was you have more than that? Okay. Back in 2 Timothy 3, and verse 4, it says, 5, having a form of godliness.
Yeah, shalom.
Right.
Fringes. And what's funny is, all the guys that were pushing fringes now ain't wearing fringes.
Ain't that crazy?
Ain't that funny? Huh.
With fitteds, by the way.
Huh. And balding.
You're not supposed to cover your head while prophesying or praying, bro.
They're not prophets.
Like how is the Lord gonna, you know, get to you spiritually? Like you need that. You know, it's like your antenna, you know?
Yep.
It says, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Yep.
That's scary.
And this is why, starting with our elders and apostles, what they tell, no unity camps.
Yep.
Don't be camping together. Don't be being together. Because look at, one of the biggest revealer is time.
Yeah, bro.
Time tells all. Time will let you know.
Yeah.
You know, time will let you know if the Lord is with them. Just like us. Then it says, then ye shall know who are my chosen.
That's right.
You know? We're waiting on the mark of the beast to prove ourselves to the Lord. Like in Deuteronomy 13. So the mark is going to be that false prophet to prove if we serve the Lord.
That's right.
He said, I'm here to prove you. I want to see. Show me. Show me you're a faithful wife.
That's right.
You know? Don't just tell me. Show it.
That's right.
So we're going to show the Lord that we're the wise virgins and not the unwise.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That mark's coming. That MOTB, when that MOTB hits, that's your opportunity to show the Lord
Yep.
that through his name, you believe in him and him alone. He's your God.
Right.
You know? Issachar just pushed a mandatory biometric identity.
Yep.
So everybody's getting put on the grid.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody's getting put on Skynet.
Yep.
What you got, Krazaba?
This is Matthew 15:8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth.
Lip service. Groupies. Yes men. You know, con men. Con men.
Con men.
That's funny. Keep going.
And honors me with their lips.
Yeah, that's right. Shalom. Shalom, sis. Then you got niggas that be in the comments hollering at women that are listening. That's why the best thing for sisters is just listen. Because the niggas gonna, they're gonna at you.
Because they horny.
They're horny.
Horny with a Bible, bro.
Yeah. Lift fringes up and take pictures. Remember that?
Oh, my God.
IUIC?
Yeah. Yep.
I'd have snuffed that nigga.
Bro.
And her. Straight up. Hit him with a Bible for real.
Yeah.
Like it says, throw the book at him. I've come to the conclusion Jake needs to be beat.
Yeah, bro.
Men and women, you need to be beat. And Ike Turner wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
I'm serious,
Real
though.
quick, Salakia, and what we are witnessing is like how it says in the scriptures, this new generation of Jakes.
And if you got a problem
You know?
with what we're saying, then the Most High ain't dealing with you.
Yeah, bro.
If you got a problem, you got to respect the person's demon on you. And we renounce that fucking Queen of Heaven demon
bro.
and that respect their persons. And you see that fucking bald-headed nigga woman playing Jesus?
Oh, my gosh. That fucking demon.
Yeah.
That little fucking Smeagol
That
demon.
ugly-ass African woman.
Ugh, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
then
a new show, a movie. coming
yeah,
out?
it's like some play.
Yeah, it's a fucking play. And she was in the movie.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's called Wicked. It's a remake
Huh?
of The Oz. Yeah.
With that sucked out Andrea Grande.
Yeah.
She used to be a fine little
Yeah,
thing.
that was Ozempic baby.
Yeah, they sucked her ass out. Yeah,
Yeah,
we need
bro.
out of here.
We need that.
He destroys things that are beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
See what they did to my girl Doja?
Yeah. You know? But going back to these wicked ass Jakes out here, like these the Jakes that rose up after, in a time when it says that here is this, the new crop of generation of wicked Jakes. That's these Jakes.
Like in Judges.
Yeah, throughout, like in Judges.
Yes.
Because when I first came in, it wasn't
No.
Jakes out here like that,
Bro,
bro.
when we first came in, this shit was not saying it's acceptable,
Yeah.
but like you knew not to do none of that shit.
Yeah, bro.
When we first came in, there wasn't even a lot of women.
Yeah.
A lot. Now
Yeah.
I found out. I looked a couple years back. Some of the sisters that are here now, they've been with us for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So shalom to you and the brothers. But like when we first came in, it was a way different vibration on the believers. I'll put it like that. The believers, like you knew not to be doing none of that,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
And now it like all these weird offshoot camps and like when I first came in, it was just it was really like just GMS, ISBK, IUIC.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about Bow, Watchmen for Israel.
And then because you had Sakari too.
Yeah.
They was always here too, for a minute.
Right. But that was just Seattle.
Right.
Or San Diego.
Yes, on the West Coast.
Yes.
And then after that, then you had like what's his name? Adam Abbott. Then Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi.
started to come in.
Well, that's Adam Abbott.
Oh,
But they started
Yeah.
as Adam Abbott.
thank you. Okay.
That was their camp.
Okay, yep.
Then you always had like True Nation, HOI. HOI was prevalent for a while.
Yes.
And then
Yep.
they diminished. And then Chief Ephraim went to Atlanta. What's up with y'all in Atlanta, man?
Oh man. Back to the scriptures. Jake crazy. It says, I'm sorry, you had precept, bro? Did you finish that?
But their heart is far from me.
Like-
See, their
Yeah.
mind. Their mind is far from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord, when we keep saying, look at that beautiful butterfly. Look at that
Oh, that's
butterfly.
fire.
Look
Wow,
at
that's beautiful.
that. Look at that. That's dope.
Wow.
I think butterflies represent change.
Yeah, they do.
What Sam Cooke say? A change gonna come. Yes, it is. So a change is coming. That's what we're all waiting on.
I might watch Brightburn at night just because of that.
Yeah, change is coming.
Right, man.
You
Why do
know?
you know about you?
This ain't normal. This ain't our existence. Us in the Babylon, this shit is not our legacy.
Yeah, bro.
This bitch ass place, man.
Yeah, bro.
This dirty, disgusting place. Water's flammable. It's got plastic in it, micro shrimp
Bro.
in it. You know?
You got fucking parasites in your system.
Yeast in the air.
You know?
You drink water, you're not even hydrated.
Man.
I felt bloated the other day. I said, damn, what the fuck, man? You
What
know?
happened to Flint, Michigan's water?
Right, whatever happened to
Whatever
that?
happened to that flesh-eating fungus in
What?
Ohio?
There's some more now. And like Florida, there's
Yeah.
pestilence.
Yes.
Pestilence is on the rise
Yes,
again.
Yes.
You know?
Back to
So
back.
that's a good thing.
They dropping billions of flies from the sky.
Yep, mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
You heard what they did to 21 Savage when he mentioned Flint?
Yeah.
Flint still need water,
Yeah.
which he's an industry plant.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Back in 2 Timothy 3 and 5. It says,
Well, the elect will be industry plants,
right,
so it's not a bad thing.
right,
You know?
right though. It says, having a form of, 2 Timothy 3:5, having a form of godliness.
Yeah, that's what Yahushua said. When he said the sheep's apparel.
Mm-hmm.
That sheep's apparel is t-shirts and fringes.
Yeah.
That's sheep's
Yeah.
apparel, man.
Matthew 7:15. That's when you
Thank
think
you,
about
yeah.
wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
You know.
that's sheep's apparel.
That's right.
Wolves in sheep's clothing, the water. That's the form. Can you read that again?
Yep. It says having a form of godliness.
See?
I wonder what that word form means when we look into it.
You know, let's look it up.
Because even that's where you get the what nursery story is that? About the wolf.
What are you in?
What's it called?
Three Little Pigs? Oh, Red Riding Hood.
The water, Red Riding Hood. 2 Timothy 3:5.
Okay, make your point, brother.
Right, you know, like where you think they get that from the scriptures?
Somebody
You know,
teeth you.
just like when it says about the foundation being Yahushai, about the 3 little pigs, blown, when it said that the wolf tried to come in, and this pig had a fucking house of hay, then a house of bricks,
Yeah.
But really, it should be lambs, not pigs,
The one he couldn't blow down was the one with bricks.
And that's how
That's Yahushua.
There you go.
Chief cornerstone.
There you
Oh,
go.
so having an appearance of godliness.
Okay.
So it's like appearance.
Okay.
But exactly, because their foundation's Yahushai.
That's right.
And that's why he said, I would like him into a wise man.
That's
so
right.
our foundation's Yahushai. It's not the law.
Right.
You hear that? All right? Our
Right.
foundation's Yahushai. It's not the law.
That's right.
And when we got delivered out of Egypt, we didn't even have the law.
That's right. That's right, bro. Because in the letter, Apostle Paul said, through the law, no flesh shall be justified, but by the faith of Yahushua,
And in Galatians, it says, does the Lord accept you, even though
Right.
you're living by the law?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it don't matter if Jake accepts. Jake has a terrible opinion, okay?
Yeah.
Jake eats pork-flavored noodles.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, when you look at Jake's things that he likes, you shouldn't equate his acceptance to you as a good thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, though.
Look at what the music. Niggas like Sexy Red.
Yeah, yeah.
You think I want a nigga like that to say that he likes me? That's what the world, Cardi B. I don't trust niggas that listen to female rappers, man.
Yeah.
That female rap, I'll get out of a fucking Uber ride if he was listening to that shit.
All right.
I ain't even gonna give you a star.
It's that Queen of Heaven spirit.
Thank you. I despise that shit.
That Queen of Heaven
And even,
spirit.
I'll say this too, even when they had a female rap back like the 90s and shit, it wasn't all lewd and demonic. It was about, catering to her man and whatnot. Now
Yeah.
it was about, fuck my baby daddy
Man.
and so on and so forth.
Whap.
Yeah, that shit is it's disgusting. That's why I said the daughters of music shall be brought, down low. Like we live in a place ran by Esau where every vibration, from the food to the music to what you watch and see, it's all demonic. That's why we need deliverance.
The only female rapper I'm gonna listen to is Emil.
right
Quarrels.
Yeah. Yep.
He like to see me drunk and high.
Yeah.
He want to see me tipsy.
Yeah.
And I heard you want to put a chip in me.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said. That shit is dope to me. I've
Yeah,
used
bro.
that song a few times in lessons.
Yeah.
Because you're from New York. Everybody in New York knows about the Hebrew Israelites.
Yes.
A brother, the brother Amawanga Bar, big bro, he did a lesson how Tupac was arguing with a street merchant because he was selling like Tupac stuff.
Yeah,
and then bootlegs. And in the background you could hear the preaching.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Then his ass got sent back to his maker.
Yeah.
Which Tupac was an industry plant, and that nigga was effeminate.
Oh yeah.
I don't trust niggas that their best friend's a woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only woman in my best friend is Sophia.
That's right.
All right. You ain't gonna be you could look at me as your friend, but I'm your man. All right.
Right.
You're not coming over for us to just chill.
We're not about to shake hands and
No.
play checkers.
No.
Nah,
No.
bro.
This is not a no. Come on, man. Quit that shit. Let me got this precept for you. Galatians 3:11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh, it is because if that was the case, then what would be the point of his son?
Exactly. And actually, it says that in Galatians 2, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says, it is evident for the just shall live by faith.
There you go. As is written.
You
The
know?
just shall live by faith.
Because it gets me mad when people talk about Yahushai, bro. And I see why Yahushai said you got to be harmless as a dove. Because we'll fuck around and get carnal with a nigga trying to get on Yahushai. What's the one can't say you got to worship Yahushai? You need your ass beat, man. And I'm not even a carnal man. I'm just saying you need to be Deuteronomy 25. you know, when they lay him down and beat his ass. Y'all remember that law? Deuteronomy 25?
Oh, yeah, we brought up last week.
That's
right?
what a lot of y'all need. Y'all need to be brought, laid down, and beat.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because the scriptures say that judgment must begin at the house of
Yes.
the Most High.
Yo, then you got on
know?
TikTok, you got women with head wraps going into the Hebrew.
Oh, shit. See?
Little pieces of shit.
Tripping.
You need your ass beat too, man. You ain't exempt.
All right, bro.
Yeah, where the fuck's your husband at? And his ass needs to get beat for letting your ass talk. You know? How many videos you seen where a dude beats a man because of her ass?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
That needs to happen. Beat the
Yep.
shit out of him
Yep.
for what she did. I remember years ago there was a video of a man that made his woman, or excuse me, a man came out of his house to make a woman clean up her dog shit, and her husband was right there, and he said, if you don't have your wife clean up, I'm gonna knock your ass out. And she said, you gonna let him talk to me like that? Hell yeah. He said, I'll knock your junky ass husband out.
There you go.
It says, even though it says it's an honor for a man not to fight, because that's our first thing. But it also says a fool's mouth calleth for strokes.
Yeah, right. You see, even the creature subconsciously knows that the man's the head. You know, so why would he say that?
Exactly. Great
You know?
point. Great point.
Real quick.
And that proves that women should not be out
There you
here
go.
leading.
Exactly.
In any type of position.
Nope.
There you go.
Nope.
But being that we live in an upside down world, you know, ran by Satan, that's what you know, that's the results.
They're supposed to be in the shadow of their husband.
Yep. Behind them.
There you go.
The shadow.
Real quick, going to land back into the topic about Yahweh Shai. This is Galatians 2 and verse 21. It says, I'm going to start at 20. It says, I am crucified with Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Nevertheless, I live, yet not I, but Yahweh Shai liveth in me.
Wow.
And that life which
So hold up. So how are IUIC gonna say anything to you?
Right.
How you gonna? Our righteousness is because Yahweh Shai.
Right.
It's not anything we did. Our, like they say, oh man, it's genetics.
Right.
You know, it ain't nothing you did.
Right.
It's Yahweh Shai. That's our righteousness, man. You know, that's powerful to me. It's what Yahweh Shai did. That's where we live at. It ain't what you did. Okay.
And it reads, in the life which I now live, in the flesh I live by the faith of the Son of Yahweh, who loved me and gave himself for me.
Yahweh Shai gave himself for us, man. What name someone? People ain't doing that for you.
Right, bro.
What it say? He laid down his life for his friends.
Yeah.
People ain't doing that for you. That's why the brotherhood is so powerful, because what we do for one another in comparison from what the world does to us.
Right.
You know? That's monumental to me.
Right, bro.
That's monumental to me, man. I see why Peter cut off someone's ear, man.
Yeah.
Because you feel that way,
Right.
man. Fuck you up, bro.
Right.
But we're refrained
Right.
because we're spiritual and we understand this is the Lord's movie. So sometimes I may give you a personal opinion because I speak as a man, but that doesn't mean we go out and do it.
Right.
You know?
Verse 21, Galatians 2 and 21. And it reads, I do not...
That's why, I'm sorry, that's why Yahushua said, the disciples said, you gonna cast fire down? And Yahushua said, you don't know what spirit you in.
Right.
So sometimes we gotta check ourselves because we be, you know, you be zealous,
Yeah.
you know? But we also understand, like, that's not what's gonna happen. Even though I'd like to see your ass get rocked. That don't mean it's gonna happen. But when judgment does happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
You know?
And it says,
Yes,
I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High.
and that's what IUIC does.
All the time.
All right? Israel frustrated in the grace. That's what they are. All right? Israel frustrating under grace.
Right.
IFUG.
Right.
Israel frustrating under grace.
Right.
You know? Stupid, man. Ignorant. Silly. Dumb.
Man.
Dumb virgins. Unwise virgins. Watch, we're about to see a great falling, man. We're about to see a great falling from these guys that have propped themselves up in this position. Like going back, Slakia, that whack-ass nigga 100, and I'm keeping it 100, when he was rebuking his disciple, Allegay, he called fucking Tazariak on the phone, and then that nigga answered.
Yeah.
How's he got access to you? And then on the
What
phone,
fuck?
Tazariak was saying, I was already somebody. So Yahushua said, he that thinks himself to be something when he is nothing deceives himself. So you're deceived, man. All right? And I don't want to be around you. And I don't want to go to your all-black dinner. All right?
Oh, didn't Whack 100 like come to like their Passover or something like that?
He said the 55th.
Yeah.
It's the 55th. The 55th Passover.
Why is
Crater face.
Yeah. Why is a worldly ass Gentile nigga involved in your ministry?
Just like side nigga, cause they're worldly, and then they boast themselves in that prison program.
Yeah.
That's not more than a 501c3 outlet.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, bro?
This is Luke 14:11. For whosoever exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbles himself shall be exalted.
So we humble ourselves in the sight of the Lord, in the sight of brotherhood. You know, that's why I said the greater they are, humbler ourselves.
That's right.
We don't carry ourselves in any kind of competition or any kind of number game. Like it's just we just brothers.
Yeah.
We have order though. You know what I mean? There's times where it's like, all right, we gotta bring order. But the what we do, we just waiting to go home.
That's right.
You know, we Shemites that come together knowing that we're Israelites. You know, but these guys, they put themselves on this position, and really you're making yourself a target.
Yeah.
You know,
Truly.
like Frank Lucas. They said they didn't know about him. That's what they said, because I was listening to the elders from Boston. They had mentioned how basically he was set up, but they said the New York didn't know about Frank Lucas until he went to that boxing match with all that.
That mink on his
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
They said they never even heard of him. So when you put yourself on this level, you're putting a target on your back.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
It's about order at the end of the day. So we apply order to maintain the decency amongst the church. But you got other guys that took that position to the head, like they just became manager at fucking Tops or something.
I said Hetty.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Yeah, Hetty. Look at this beautiful
Oh,
butterfly flying around us.
Yellow and black. Never seen it before. That's nice.
That's how beautiful the kingdom's gonna be.
I was just about to say that, right? Imagine the animals and like they're full, blossoming in the kingdom. Nature, us, you know.
I thought that was a monarch butterfly.
Yeah, which those are like going extinct.
Yeah.
Fucking
He said
heathen.
monarchy's coming back.
Woo!
You know? New Jerusalem, bro.
That's an omen.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Come on.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
For real. Real quick, just to finish this up. Will you have more on that, bro? In your precept?
No, I was done thinking.
All right. Back in Galatians 2:21, it says, I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High.
Yeah, we're under grace.
Right, bro.
You can forget it's the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, bro.
You know? This flesh. So miss me with all that Mr. Perfect shit.
Real,
He
man.
died. Kurt Hennig.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's
yeah.
dead. You see what happened to Mr. Perfect?
Yeah.
I've had times where I've honored the Sabbath on the wrong day.
Hey, me too, bro.
Bro,
I was a
straight
Friday to Saturday Israelite too.
Right.
Dead
Man.
ass. Dead ass, man. I was like, it ain't Friday, and then I was able to receive it. And it makes sense though.
Yeah.
It makes sense, you know? Like I had missed the I honored the Sabbath, but had times you'd be like, oh, it's tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, oh, it's tonight. You might have made plans,
Right.
you know, and then the people don't understand because we're in a priesthood. We're also in a priesthood. When you realize, I don't use the word conflicting, but you have things in your so-called life, which we really don't have a life, but you know what I mean. And then you got your duty, and then they could conflict. Guess what you got to choose? Your duty.
You have to.
Because you were born, what do I say? Come on, brothers, do what we're born to do.
Right.
We're born to Jeremiah 1:5, baby. We're born to do this. You weren't born to fucking bend a knee, have a bunch of kids and a woman.
Nah, bro.
That's fucking like grass growing. You know what I mean? That's rag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Regular shit.
That's regular shit. We talking God-man mode. A real purpose.
That's in the parable. You know about the parable of like a man saying, I got land to tend to, I got a wife to tend to, making excuses.
A man can't serve two masters.
There you go. You know? Either he shall hate the one and love the other. Back in Galatians 2:21, for if righteousness came by the law, then
Why would we need Yahushua?
It's gonna say it.
That makes me so mad,
Right.
bro. That
Right.
shit really pisses me off in the spirit.
There you go.
People that are anti-Yahushua.
Mhm.
You're anti-Yahushua, man. And it's so crazy because this is the Lord's movie. Jake's still gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Jake said take the mark of the beast are still gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they're still the chosen.
That's right.
You know, they're the elect of all the nations.
They'll be our son.
But you have an elect within the elect. You know?
Yep, exactly. They're elect of the nations, but there's an elect within the elect. The best of the best, sir.
There you go.
They're gonna be our sons and daughters too.
Yeah, it's like an all-star game. You know, you got every best player on the all-star game, but not everybody from each team is playing. There you go.
Excuse me. Yep.
But even though you said a win is a win, but I want to get there through a chariot. I don't want to get there through destruction. Hell nah.
Or a martyr.
Fuck that. Yeah, right. Or a martyr.
Be a martyr.
You know,
you have faith. You ready to die for Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Yeah, bro.
You know, and really we want that spirit to be on us in that day when that time comes.
Right.
You know, because I believe like brothers say like we're not gonna feel pain.
Yeah.
You know, but in that same time like those that die are gonna be raised first.
There you go.
And I'm ready to raise up to cause hell on you people,
right.
man. Fucking run through you people, man.
That's right.
You know?
Woo. Man.
You know how Blanca, like he's like a cannonball?
Yeah.
I'm ready to fucking jump on
like
people.
The Juggernaut.
Remember like the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Remember the Jake that jumped over the court?
Yes.
They charged him with attempted murder.
Oh,
and they couldn't, and you fucking weak ass Edomites couldn't get one Jake and sinful flesh off that bitch. He jumped over that shit.
Superman.
Fucking grabbed her. I'd have fucking took everybody out, you know? That's how you feel, though. You know, that's how you feel. The Esau's like...
He couldn't do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? He was scared, you weak-ass people. What you got, brother?
This is Matthew.
It said we're going to be a new threshing instrument.
Damn.
You know? We're going to be weapons of war. The Lord teaches my hands to fight. Woo. We're ready to be changed, you know? We ain't looking to fight now. We fighting in faith, but we're meditating terror when the king of terror comes.
Yeah, bro.
You know? All right, Joe, Fat Joe, we're going to be the terror squad.
Yeah.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
What you going to do with a man like that? Remember Simeon Toku?
Oh, man.
He said there's more coming like me who you won't kill. You know? He said, you trying to tell me I could dodge bullets? I'm telling you that day you won't have to. Man, chill out. Turning fucking bullets into sand.
Man, bro.
Gunpowder. Now what you got? Because all Esau got is a sword. But then when the sword's gone, what do you have? Nothing. That's why people say, take off the badge and gun.
There you go.
Because they know you a piece of shit.
There you go.
Unless you got that on you. And then when you don't got that on you, now it's equal playing ground. The world is not ready to deal with Israelite men that don't have curses on them. Ooh. The world ain't ready to deal with an Israelite man like that that's not cursed. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
With spiritual power?
Sparks amongst the stubble?
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be a wrap, you know?
Lord's welcome is a bright burn after this. You know, because, man, like where do you think they get that from? Scriptures.
When you look at Brightburn's symbol, it's the yod.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I had looked it up because I was sitting there and I was like perplexed. I'm like, this is something.
Yeah.
I'm like, this has got to be something. And I kept messing with it. And then finally I screenshotted it. And you know how you can flip it?
Yeah.
And I flipped it and I said, oh, that's the yod.
Yeah.
That's the yod. Let me see. We've got it under the... Which the yod, the character's the smallest. We had to learn. But when you look at the Brightburn, it's two of these. It's two of these, which is supposed to be smaller, Slakia. But it's two of these and you just flip them. They know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Our sons are going to be Brightburn. We're going to be Brightburn. Right. You know? We're going to be Sparks amongst them.
Like it, bro. And if you look at the movie, we know with spiritual eyes, he was speaking Hebrew.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't speaking the Hebrew, but he was speaking, if you got spiritual eyes to see. Because he was getting a program during his sleep. It's
like, you know, it's like Juggernaut, the god for Juggernaut.
Right.
Which Juggernaut is undefeatable. When you look at Juggernaut, the character, his name is like Ed Kane or something. Yeah. And he had stumbled upon this stone, and that stone linked him to Kronos.
Yeah, Kronos.
Krypton or some kind of god. So he's linked to a god. So his eyes are the eyes for the god, and he's indestructible.
Yeah.
He's indestructible.
Yeah.
You can't defeat him. And Juggernaut, listen to me, people. Juggernaut actually goes back to a certain word that was used in Hindu because it was the word for the cart that they would carry like Krishna on, and people would lie down and allow themselves to be crushed over it.
Right, yeah.
So Juggernaut actually goes back to a false god. But when you look at it on the right-hand side, you know, a true god. So that's dope to me.
Yeah.
I like fun facts like that,
Yeah.
you know?
That's why, like, when they make these superheroes, like, they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
They're just not making these names for no reason.
Call L.
Call out
Right.
L.
Yeah, exactly.
Call all L power.
Come on.
All power, baby.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I used to watch Superman all the time, and I was like, yo, that's Hebrew.
Yeah.
I said, yo, they think they slick.
Oh, like the S stands for hope,
Yeah, yep.
you know?
They trying to be slick.
Back in Galatians 2:21.
Or let me add real quick to that. We had years ago, we could look it up. Maybe I don't know if I'll do a lesson on because lately I've been into the super, you know, I've been into that.
Marvel and DC.
I've been into it, don't marvel at it. But I want to, but what I'm gonna get at is I had found articles where Esau admitted if they have writer's block, they go to the Bible for inspiration.
Yep.
So like Jonah, Aquaman is Jonah. Flash is Elijah.
Yep.
Moses is Superman.
Yep.
So when you look at the inspiration of certain characters, they use the Bible to create them.
Yeah.
You know? So I might have to do a lesson on that. Cause I like going into spiritual power.
Right.
One of my favorites is Thanos now. Cause Thanos, we were going into him. Thanos is eternal, you know, which means he's a god. And we're gods. But right now we die like you heathens.
Right.
You know?
Galatians 2:21. For if righteousness come by the law, then Yahushua is dead in vain.
And Yahushua didn't die in vain, you demons.
Right.
But they're just doing their role, you know? They're doing their role and we're doing ours. We supposed to rebuke them. You know, we're not supposed to just be like, it's okay. It ain't okay.
Right.
You gotta be, it says rebuke before all, so others may fear.
That's it.
You better not ever come up to us calling on Christ. Don't you ever try to bless us in the name of Christ,
bro.
man. I'm gonna look at you sideways, dude.
I got the first.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. We're gonna end it off on that in John 10, Adon Ratazah, Lord willing.
Back in 1 Samuel 22
From the top.
and verse 1. David therefore departed thence
Dawadah.
and escaped to the cave Adullam.
So he escaped from one west.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And when his brethren and all his father's house heard it.
Because they didn't know what was going on with David.
Yeah.
What he was dealing with the king of Israel at that time.
Damn. That's why he says you got be a brother's keeper.
Yeah.
You know, like that's Satan, bro.
Not a hater.
You know? Yeah, that's Satan.
I'll be happy for brothers. Oh, you got that, bro? Let's go. You be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
You be rooting for brothers.
Because ultimately, anything that's benefiting this brother, the next brother, that's benefiting you.
Yep.
It's benefiting the church.
Yeah.
You know.
If I get a job, right, bro, I'll be like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, you need a job?
Yeah, bro.
All the time. Even I've mentioned about a job with you. You know,
Yeah.
if I get a job, I've done that. I was able to, right?
Yeah.
Get brothers jobs. It's the Lord.
Yeah,
but then
bro.
that was an opportunity. The biggest thing that I've been pushing lately is opportunity. You have to capitalize when the opportunity presents itself. Okay?
Yes.
And ultimately, that's the Most High putting you in a position to give brothers the opportunity.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly. So what kind of brother would I be not to?
Right.
You'd be a demon. Potentially get your ass whooped. I know I don't want to get my ass whooped.
Right.
You know? But there are men out here that do need their ass whooped. They need to be spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
They need to be Deuteronomy 25.
Yeah.
Well, they could have jumped Alazar in that room.
Yeah.
You know, they had liquor and weed and vape smoke. You could see it in the light.
You're right. And remember in that video when they said, "Is this true?" That Jake looked at Alazar like, "Is that true?" So it's like, man, they could, like you said, they could jump you for it. Cause Jake in the world, like they brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Cause they ain't got the Lord.
Nope.
So they willing to do anything.
Yep.
You know. Back in 1 Samuel 22 and 1, and verse 2. And everyone that was in distress, and everyone that was in debt.
How you in debt?
You in debt, dude.
That's why I told there's laws about usury.
Yeah. And everyone that was discontented,
Damn.
gathered themselves unto him.
Like us now. That's why of the house of David, Amos 9.
Right.
You know, as Elder Apostle Hart said, we are the house of David. This is the house of David. Great Millstone's the house of David.
Right.
This is where we all can rest together. Can we get Isaiah 1 and 9, brother? Is that small remnant?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Remnant saved 144, baby. Isaiah 1 and 9, I think. We keep reading, brother. We'll get it.
I believe it
You
is.
got that.
And it says,
We got you.
1 Samuel 22 and 2.
And all hands should be on deck. Everybody should be doing stuff. You know?
Right.
Let me know when you're ready.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
Boom.
That's right.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why certain preservations I've kept, because of certain men of that line.
Right.
When you think about
Right.
it, this is why Saul couldn't kill David.
Right.
You know, when you think about these things, why Esau couldn't kill Jacob.
Right.
We're preserving a line here. That's why we rebuke you for the abortions, man.
Yeah, bro. Seriously.
That's literally you trying to cut off a prophet or a priest. You know?
Like, it makes sense, like, going back to Rev 9, when it says they had the seal of the Most High, because those men,
The war.
the water, what's it, World War I?
World War II, I think.
You know?
World War I.
World War I?
Yeah.
Like, those men that are like, okay, like an elect brother's grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
To have his father, to have him.
Exactly.
So he didn't die in the war, so that way that elect lineage can be, preserved.
Yep.
Just like it makes sense why it's the New Jerusalem, so to keep Israel going.
You get the first fruit.
There you go.
The one shall be 1,000.
Yeah, one should be 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro. This is all like when you get down to the nitty and gritty. This is all about the elect.
So it goes Yahushai, then the elect.
Right.
But then Yahushai said, you're going to do greater than me.
That's right.
You know?
That's humbling.
So this is the preservation of the nation of Israel, is through the elect.
Come on, man.
How is Israel going to be preserved? Through the elect having sex.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it like that.
Yeah.
But right? How are 2/3 going to come back in the kingdom? Through the act of righteous sex. Okay? Yes, I said it.
Yeah.
Let's be adults here, damn it.
Yeah, bro.
How did Abel get here? How'd you get here? How did Shem get here? How did Jacob get here? How did Isaac get here? How did Yahushua get here?
Sex.
Through the act of sex, which sex means cutting. Sex with a virgin. And then she's blessed to bear that seed to grow in her womb and then push that baby out. Damn, you people, man.
Come on. Yeah, I know it's more than that, right, bro?
Yep.
Isaiah 1.
We should have been as Sodom.
But see, we don't OD with sex, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we don't do unrighteousness with sex
Right.
either. It is a righteous. It's a holy thing because it's between two, and that consummates a marriage. You know, you got it, brother. Even in the world, if you get married and you don't have sex with your woman on your honeymoon, then the marriage is null and void because you didn't consummate it through sex.
Right.
It's that covenant right there.
Yep.
And we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Yep. See,
Through.
Sodom and Gomorrah with these faggots. This sick ass place, man.
Wasn't our homegirl's name Gomorrah?
Yep. Thanos' daughter. Then he tossed her ass over the cliff.
Yeah, right.
So throw down Gomorrah.
Yep. Throw it down.
Let's keep going.
And it, I'm sorry, that was it, right?
That was it.
Okay. Back in 1 Samuel 22:2, and it reads, and he became a captain over them.
See, this is all leading up because he got anointed in
Right.
1 Samuel 16. But in 1 Samuel 13, the Lord told Samuel that it's not going to be Saul. I want a man after my own heart.
Right.
So Samuel got sent to Bethlehem to Jesse and his sons. But then after each son presented himself, none of them were them. So Samuel had to say, are these all your sons? And he said, we have one young lad who's tending the sheep,
That's
the
amazing.
shepherd.
That's amazing.
And he said, bring him. Then he brought him. And then he got anointed in front of all of his brothers.
That's amazing.
And then looking
Man.
through the process, what led to David being a captain for Israel that were in distress.
Man.
That's what GMS is.
Right.
It's a safe haven for Israel. Like, nah, you good, man. Rest with us. That's why we brought out that earlier. Rest with us. You are troubled. You could rest here. You know, you could be
man.
comforted here.
That's right.
So go with the t-shirt fringes and be in a beach chair if you want to.
All right.
See where that shit gets you.
Like that Jake said a couple years ago, he said, my spirit got recharged.
Yeah, he said I needed that.
You know, because you're not going to go to IOIC and, these other, crazy ass camps and feel recharged spiritually,
You're gonna feel condemned.
Yeah, bro.
Then they give out those corny ass fucking certificates. You see that shit?
Yeah.
They give out those bitch ass fuck you no certificates. Man.
Israel Obadiah.
Yeah. Everybody, they got them out here. There's an IUIC Rochester, so
Yeah.
you got Jakes walking around with a fucking certificate on their wall like they did something. But is your name written in the book of life?
Right.
Was your name written in the book of life? What you got, brother?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1.
Uh-oh.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
There you go.
Man.
So we're in the secret place, okay?
Yep.
That's the whole point. This whole walk is about you being holy and leaning on the Lord and not just the land, you know? Let's keep going to Samuel.
1 Samuel 22 and verse 2. And there were with him about 400 men.
Wow.
And David went thence to Mizpah of Moab, and he said unto the king of Moab.
That's the point.
Okay.
But if you want to read, we can give a quick, if you want to read though, we can explain this part.
All right.
Matter of fact, read that. We'll explain something.
1 Samuel 22 and 3. And David went thence to Mizpah of Moab,
He's Moabites.
and he said unto the king of Moab, let my father and my mother, I pray thee, come forth.
So now David is asking the Moabites, and at that the king of Moabites, to allow his parents to dwell in the land of Moab to be safe. Now my question to you is, one, well, why would he go to Moab? Why would David go to Moab, and then why would Moab allow David's parents to dwell there?
Was it his mother, David's mother, a heathen?
She was Ruth.
Yeah.
Yep. And what else? Which that's a great point. What else? Remember, Moab is of Lot's.
So
There's an ancestry.
lineage.
There's an ancestry.
Right.
So that's a great point. And then the ancestry. That's why Tobiah and Salabah had a problem with Nehemiah coming back to rebuild, because Moab now can't control that region, because rightfully so, it's our land. So there's an ancestry in the midst of that.
Right.
But they're not.
Right.
But they're not the kin of the covenant.
Right.
You can have ancestry, but you're not the kin of the covenant.
Right.
To me, that's fire. You know.
Right.
But see how you're wrapping your head around, so we can understand the relationship with heathens in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. 'Cause
Elam's of Shem.
Right. But he don't got the promises though.
Thank you.
It makes sense. Like when you got a promise with somebody, it's like, hey, I can't break that.
Yep.
You know, so it's guaranteed.
So now for now, let's go to John 10.
Okay.
Kind of land our plane here. Let's go to that. So see how Israel cleaved to David because of the hardship of the king? You know? So like now, you know, you got brothers and sisters' testimonies where they've left other camps and tried. I remember there was a sister who she basically got like blacklisted from IUIC.
Yeah, bro.
Because she had to work on this. Hey, fucking niggas, man.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
IUIC's a bunch of niggas, man.
They made a smear campaign on her.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Cause she said, I think it was Vegas.
Yeah.
She said she was helping this and that. But then cause she got a job on Saturday, they stopped like dealing with her. Some corny ass shit. You got a lot of lame ass niggas over there.
And that's why a lot of Jakes that
And I said it like that.
yeah, they are lame niggas.
You know?
You know, a lot of Jakes that join these camps, you know, they become worse. It says they
Twice.
become twice the child of hell.
Yep.
You know, so they make Jake, you know, get worse, man. You know, and that's allowing them to have blood in their hands. This is John 10 and verse 1. From the top.
Yeah.
John 10 and 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be in order. You know, that's why you got brothers in other states where they may be camping, which is a beautiful thing, but they also go to GMS. That's order. You're not just out here doing your own thing, because that's weird to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I've said it before, but I'm so thankful the Lord allowed me to go to New York and ask permission to start GMS Solemn Assembly here in Rochester. Because you had bug outs for GMS Rochester before.
Yep.
And them niggas are fucking through. Remember we seen him? The nigga kept trying to come around. We were playing basketball, and this nigga ended up somehow getting in the game. So, you know, we can't like quit. And we whooped his ass too.
He was tripping.
He was tripping. The nigga was really balling hard and shit.
Yeah.
We like, and his sweat was like, it was like gray.
Damn.
He looked like the nigga that got his soul taken in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He was smoking.
Yeah.
He was being mean. And then his cousin was cleaving to us, his nephew. So he used to be in Great Millstone years ago. They bucked up about smoking weed because they said it was in the scriptures. They got kicked out. And then years later, we seen him. And then he was trying to fucking ball hard on us. So we had to whoop his ass on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Is this the old lessons?
Yeah, if you look,
I came across them on, like,
See?
when I pulled up GMS Rochester.
Exactly. So that's why we don't name ourselves GMS Rochester, because there was already a fucking misfit of bandits that did that, and then they're out here and just threw. So anyways, to my point, So when I came to Rochester, before I even met this brother, which the Spirit allowed me to meet this brother, I had a beloved brother from GMS New York who I was talking to because they were counseling me. And I'm like, man, I really want to go out. I told my spirit that I believe I should be teaching. And he said, you should come to New York first. So I took a one-way ticket. I didn't even have a round trip, bro. I took a one-way ticket to New York, and I got there at 7 a.m. Camp didn't start till like 2.
Damn.
So I was standing from 7 a.m. like in the parks where they had the chess tables. I was standing there walking around, and then this brother, he was with me. Then he left because he had to get ready. And I actually met Amwan Gabar in a store. But the brothers, they was looking at me, as they should. Like, who is this? Who are you? And I had the big ass afro. I actually found the camp where you could see me in the background. I had the big afro at the time, like Ice Cube in Higher Learning. And I sat there from 2 to 10. And I had a sub in the same book bag. The same book bag that I got. And I didn't eat it all camp because I was getting fed. And then by the end of the camp, the brother came up to me and he said, because I was going to go there to ask permission and get a Hebrew name, you know, because I had a different name at the time, right? So he said, do you still want a name? And I said, yeah, but I was nervous, you know? So he ran over to the apostles, and it was Elder Apostle Tahar and Elder Apostle Ramlab, and they called me over. And at this time, bro, I didn't know a lot of Hebrew words. I didn't know nothing. This is how you know that man's goings of the Lord. So when I got in front of Elder Apostle Tahar, he was on the right, and Elder Apostle Ramlab was on the left. Elder Apostle Ramlab, he said, well, tell me about yourself. I said, verbatim, I said, I'm just a warrior for the Lord. I've never said that in my life. I never called myself a warrior, nothing. And then Elder Apostle Ramlab, he said, well, we all are. And he said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to look at the list. And then Elder Apostle Tahar said, get that brother a name. So on the spot, he gave me the name Gabar War. And then when he gave me the name, Elder Apostle Tahar said, you better write that down. And next time when I see you, you better know how to spell it. So that's how I got my name Gabar War. And that's how I was able to get permission to preach here in Rochester, New York, through Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashim Kakwadash. So the water Abanawi Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashim Kakwadash. So the point is to be in order. And then those brothers actually paid for me to a bus ticket to get home. And one of the brothers, he said, I feel like we found a diamond in the rough. So I pray we're all of that number. You know what I mean? But the point is,
that's a beautiful testimony.
We got to have a testimony, but in order.
Right.
You know, it's about being in order, you know?
Right.
And that was, I want to say 2017. And then here we are, 2025. So call law, but now we have Bashim Shai Bashim Kakwadash. You know?
Dang. Woo. Back in John 10.
And that's not to say like I'm anybody. It's a testimony to say about applying the scriptures as we're commanded to. So I didn't just get here and start teaching. Because they told me, because they said, well, there's brothers in Buffalo.
Right.
But I was like, at the time, I didn't have a car. So I was like, but I don't have a car. So they said, well, if it's on your spirit, go out and teach.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So then got with certain men that were here, you know, and then we linked up, and then we would camp, and then from camp, we would drive to Buffalo and camp with them. So when I first came in, we would have 2 camps. We would camp here in Rochester, drive like an hour to Buffalo, then camp with those brothers.
That's the Holy Spirit, bro.
Yeah, because I'm tired now, you know?
Man, woo.
Yeah.
Man. Back in John 10 and verse 2. But he that entereth in by the door.
See, you got to go through the door. Keep going.
Is the shepherd of the sheep.
See? Keep going.
To him the porter openeth.
The gatekeeper. Which being a porter is a righteous job.
Yeah.
You know, I got hired to be a porter before. See? It's a righteous job. Keep going.
And the sheep hear his voice.
Right. The sheep hear Yahweh Shai's voice. So when I first was in Syracuse, the only camp that was there was IHBK.
Uh-oh.
So when I went to IHBK, I had my t-shirt on that said like, I'm not black, African, I'm Hebrew Israelite. I would go to their camp. And then they would only say Yahweh Shai because I asked about the name. That was the only time they would talk about Yahweh Shai. And I only went to one class. And when I got in there, I was the only one in there. They fucking made me wait an hour outside. They were in the fucking house.
Wow.
And the nigga, he opened the door and he had to meet you. He was like, shalom. Like, I promise you. Then they patted me down.
Wow.
What?
This before I got to Rochester, so I'm backtracking. They patted me down on the fucking wall.
Wow.
And then they made me write my name, so I wrote a wrong name. I wrote a wrong address, and they said, if you come to 60 classes, you'll be able to speak.
60 classes?
So I'm in this class, I'm by myself. There's an evil Benjamite that's behind the door. And I said, he said, got any questions? I said, what's the mark of the beast? I'm by myself in this shit, bro.
Goodness.
I'm by myself. I'm thinking the Sabbath, Friday is Saturday. You know, but I'm still following GMS, but I'm new. I'm new, so I'm watching all the camps.
Yeah.
But the Spirit always kept me with a great millstone. But I would watch ISBK for like carnality.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck
yeah,
white
yeah.
people. Then I watch IUIC for the law. Then I would watch Zabak for like precepts. But then I would watch GMS for truth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For you, how was shy.
Free, I was shy. So, yeah.
So you asked him about the sea hip? What did they say?
He went to like Deuteronomy or something.
Oh, shit.
I can't remember. The Lord don't allow me to remember, but he didn't go to Revelations.
Oh, wow.
They didn't. And then he said, how long you been in truth? And I was like, a year. And he said, who you follow? I said Great Millstone.
Wow.
I said Great Millstone. You know what he said? Oh, you ain't in the truth yet.
Wow.
Then he told me if I got a woman, I gotta wait 6 months to pop her, and I gotta bring her to class to learn from them.
What? That's adultery. Wow. Them niggas
So we would have got fucking shaken up in there.
Oh, hell
Let
no.
that shit happen. We would have got shaken. Fringes would have fell,
Yeah,
nigga.
The Lord delivered you from them.
So why do y'all about Shemel Shai?
Hell
About
no.
Shemel Kakwadash?
Mm.
I pray I hope I'm not sounding carnal today.
Nah.
It's just the judgment's coming.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy. 6 months? Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck outta
Then you meet my woman?
And then
Hell no.
women just want to get popped. Remember? She went to the one Wi-Fi camp.
Yeah.
She had some pretty ass lips too.
Yeah,
And she was
yeah.
like, I just want to get cracked.
Yeah.
Like that.
She said that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like a TikTok.
She was
Oh,
like,
the one that was inside the
Yeah.
The house.
He was watching he tried to get her to watch.
Fuck that.
man.
Bitch, watch me. Don't watch TV.
Yeah.
We gonna get it shaking, baby.
bro.
You don't need to know the truth.
Exactly. Because if anything, if you be of the elect, then so is she.
She-
If the Lord ordains her to be a woman.
If she ain't a 2/3.
Yeah, there you go.
2/3 got pussy too.
Yeah.
Slocky, I'm sorry, I don't mean to say it like that. It's just true, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
John 10.
We feel good in the
man.
spirit today. It's been a long week in Babylon. Okay?
Oh, shit. John 10 and verse 3. To him the porter openeth,
Yup.
and the sheep hear his voice,
Huh?
and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out.
Yup.
And when he put it forth, and that's one thing too. When I first came in, because I was doing the same thing you was doing, watching all the
Yup.
camps. And then I was watching Great Millstone. I was also too dabbling in the ISUBK. And when they said Christ, I said, huh?
Thank you.
Hell no, that's not the name. Because I know it's Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Shai. So them, right, exactly. So them saying that, it put a bad taste in my mouth towards, IAYC, towards ISUBK. And ever since that day, I stood close to a Great Millstone through the Spirit.
I remember this
No.
brother randomly messaged me because I was working overnights. He messaged me like 2, 3 in the morning about the scriptures though.
Yep.
So that's how we knew the Spirit was dealing with him. Because I had told him. I ran across when I told him.
Yeah.
And he said, what? I gave it up. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And he said, what's the name? And that was when the name Yahweh Shemel Shai was over the world.
I still got that picture.
That's a fire
I
picture.
still got that picture.
So he was like, let me get that.
Yep.
And then, you know what I mean? So you could tell when the Spirit's working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, can I be more specific?
Yeah.
When he told me, he said, the word's going to end by fire, this and that. I said, what? Because when I was in the world, I was heavy into like conspiracy theories and like watching, what's that dude called? The Nostradamus effect.
Yep. Me
You
too.
know, with all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the zeal. Jake got that zeal. And I was like, man, the world getting by fire soon.
Yep.
And then the Lord led me up to meet this brother. And then that's when he told me. And I said, what? I knew it. Then he told me the true name of the Lord. And I said, huh? What's that name again? And I said, yo, I got to write this name down. Please show me a picture and spell out for me.
Yep.
And he showed me the rest is history. So it called law, Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. It's because it says the Lord directs man's steps.
Yep.
So back in John 10 and verse 4, and it says, and when he put forth his own sheep, he go before them, and the sheep follow him.
See, so we're all following Yahweh Shai in the Spirit.
Yeah.
This is why, you have men that have been set up as a role for us to follow. Like Apostle Paul said, be ye followers of me, as I am of Hamashiach. So we follow our apostles, our elders, camp heads, and brothers, because in faith, we believe and know. We know.
Yeah.
All right? We know, man, in faith that we're following Yahweh Shai.
Right.
All right?
But just like when Peter and Andrew were mending their nets, Yahweh Shai walked up to them. He said, "Drop what you doing, follow me."
Matthew 4:4.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Be ye followers of me, for I'll make you fishers of men."
There you go.
And being a fisher back then was hard work,
bro.
You know.
And also too, what's the other account when was it Nathaniel when he said, "We have found him," you know. So we all, we are all following, like you said, following Yahweh Shai in the Spirit.
Oh, excuse me, it's not Matthew 4:4, it's Matthew 4:19. And he saith unto them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men."
There you go.
See?
Come on, man.
So what kind of man would I have been if I mentioned fringes to him? I wasn't even wearing fringes.
Right. Come on, man.
See? Or not tell him Christ. See?
Damn.
Let's keep going.
Verse 4. It says, "And the sheep follow him, for they know his voice, and the stranger will they not follow."
This is why you have testimonies of maybe being amongst other camps, but not following those camps.
Right.
Okay? And there's plenty of brothers and few sisters that have mentioned, which, we don't recommend the sisters, to give their testimony on the comments, just, we get it. Mm-hmm. But in times past, we've seen comments where they're like, "Yo, I was once amongst such and such, and now I'm not." So that's an indication that you more than likely are of Yahweh Shai's sheep.
That's right.
And when you look at a sheepfold, and in comparison to a tabernacle, it looks the same. Mm-hmm. Like in the wilderness, mm-hmm. It looks the same. Like how it was. It's spiritual.
That's right. Back in John 10 and verse 5, "And a stranger will they not follow."
That's right. We don't follow your heathen ass.
Right. Not about to follow some nigga that say Christ, man.
Wearing all black.
Yeah, bro. There was one camp we had watched. They said,
well, IUIC don't cover their head. They actually they do they have the hole, mm-hmm. but like Sakari, they do.
Yeah.
They cover their head.
Yeah.
They're fitteds.
Yeah.
And those fitteds stink. Because it's hot out. You're sweating. Yeah. Come on, like, we're just being real.
Come on.
We're being real.
Everybody knows you don't wear a fitted before in the world. If not, you don't.
Part of Dipset.
Yeah. Like, it's not going off wearing the fitted, but, like, why you prophesying and praying with it on?
Right.
And everybody know you take that fitted off, you wear it too many times, you got that fucking dirt ring.
Yeah, or do-rag.
Come on.
You praying, now you can't pray because you're trying to get waved. You training your hair.
Come on, man. And it reads, "But will flee from him."
Yeah, run. Like, you better spiritually run like Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
In the end of This Is America. Fucking flee. I know I did. I wrote the wrong address down and everything.
Yeah.
I said, "My bus is coming. Don't worry, we'll give you a ride."
Oh, shit.
I was like, shit, I'm trapped. So it was like the escape room.
Damn.
So I had to sit through the whole fucking class, and then they finally gave me a ride home. This is ISPK when I was at it, mm-hmm. and then I made them drop me off at the wrong address. I'm in the door, I'm like, all right.
Wow.
Wait till you went around the corner, I dipped off.
They waited for you to, That's crazy, man.
And I asked them, I said, "What you think about Freemasons?"
Oh, wow.
Yo, I was pushing it, bro. I didn't want holding back my tongue. He said, "I ain't worried about them." You know why I asked him about Freemasons? Because when I went to their camp van had a Freemason logo on the bumper.
Shit. What's that tell you, bro? Come on.
So you can have Freemasons in Israel right now. Because a lot of Freemasons are successful, you know?
Man, and it says, "For they know not the voice of strangers."
Right.
"This parable spake Yahweh Shai unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said Yahweh Shai unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers."
In Exodus, I think 22, it tells you what you do to a thief. If you catch him in your house, you put his ass to death.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me confirm that.
Just like, what's that movie, South Central?
I was thinking of Boys in the Hood.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
That's fire.
It's a good one, too.
Yep.
He tried to get the radio. Was that the radio, right? Then he tried to hop the fence.
Yes, yes, bro. He said, they got your little son out there stealing radios.
Yeah, bro.
It's Exodus 22 and 2.
Yep. But great point, because then in Boys in the Hood, he tried to shoot his ass. Mm-hmm. And then the cop said, "I was hoping you got him."
Yeah.
But that was lawful. You break in a man's house, you can get put... Matter of fact, I'm going to be quiet. You got it, bro. Exodus 22, 2.
Let's see.
2. Yep, verse 2.
It's verse 2?
Yep.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 2. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten
Breaking in.
that he died,
Yep.
there shall be no bloodshed for him.
Right. So you break in my house and I put you to death,
Yeah.
you don't get you ain't guilty.
Exactly.
You're not guilty for that. So the
I'm sorry,
No.
Because when somebody break into your house, their intentions are not good.
Yeah, and did you know, according to Babylon, if you break into someone's house at night per se today, it's a harsher crime.
Oh, see, it makes something
because you're going at night when you know people are home.
Right.
Going in the day, more than likely they're at work or something.
Right.
So when you go at night, your intentions are not good.
for harm.
Yeah.
And it can escalate.
It will escalate.
Yeah.
Like in the movie White Man's Burden, John Travolta, or no, what's my man, Deo,
Belafonte?
Belafonte, he broke into Edomite's house, and I think he had a gun.
Oh,
Remember, he
shit,
tried to
yeah.
shoot him because he was trying to call home.
Yeah.
Because fucking John Travolta kidnapped him. That
So-
poor innocent black man.
So guess what? So how much more, how is Shy coming? It says that he gonna come like a thief in the night.
Woo.
It says not gonna be. It says a day of distress, gloominess, darkness. So that's not gonna be anything pretty, bro.
Nope. So the point going with John 10 is you got guys that are equated to a thief and a robber that are out here so-called teaching.
Right.
That's
right.
And a lot of them, their motives is the flesh.
Yeah.
Remember I showed you the one video of Bao? He had that fucking evil Grinch grin,
Yep.
and he said,
Yeah.
"How about you, sister?
Yep.
How long you been in?" That nigga just trying to pop you. Which,
Man.
It's nature though. It's nature.
Right. We get it.
If we had sisters here, you're not just gonna be off learning and gadding abroad.
Right.
You're gonna be taken. All right. Yeah, I said you're gonna be taken. All right, but you're gonna be in good hands.
Yeah.
Cause that's our culture. What the fuck is up with this single lady shit?
Right.
And in all actuality, you an Israelite sister, you should not just be out here fucking single. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously though, what are you doing? And I'm saying that from a good space, not from my own motives.
Right.
Back
in John 10 and verse 8, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers.
Yep.
But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture.
Wow.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
So in context, that's Jake.
Yeah.
But now in this time, we also equate it to Esau.
Right.
So Jake's out here stealing, killing, and destroying you spiritually.
Yeah, bro.
IUIC's #1 for that. They've got men killed, man.
Man.
They've got women killed.
Yeah, bro.
Was it Joy?
Yeah.
That poor little girl, man.
Yeah.
That's wicked to me.
Yeah, bro.
Cause you got wicked men and wicked women, but it's different when you see like a innocent or sincere Jake, man or woman.
Yeah.
You could read it like you always say, the light in their eyes.
Yeah.
Going back earlier with that mother trying to force her daughter to fight, that shit hurt my heart. That was a young maid, man. She's supposed to be under a righteous man and be his wife to bear more Israelite babies and be comforted.
Yeah.
And this fucking bitch, excuse me, she's pushing her out to fight and cut, get tatted and pop, and smoke. That's terrible, man.
Man.
That is ridiculous.
Man. And it reads, verse 10, I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
See, you got to understand, when you're reading Yahweh Shai, he's really conveying to us of delivering us from the wicked scribes and Pharisees.
Yeah.
In the temple talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of what was going on, the lordship, and how they were ruling us with rigor.
Yeah. And that's against the law.
And that's why he flipped the table on them.
That's right, bro. That's why how should I say now you are
clean.
What's that? No, John 8:32.
Free.
The truth shall make you free. And he was saying that in the context of being free from the law. Because
From their hands.
The water. Because Jake is wicked, man. You give a nigga an inch, they'll take a mile.
Enemy tree.
Don't give a wicked nigga a manager position. They'll keep you down.
Diaz, is it? Diaz. Well,
Yep. That's Jake.
That's
bro.
Jake.
Back in John 10 in verse 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
Wow.
See, like you said earlier, he laid down his life for his friends. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd,
Nate. Captain Zariak,
Right.
Allegay, Deacon Akai.
Oh, man.
The list goes on, man.
And it reads, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming,
Esau.
and leaveth the sheep and fleeth.
Then he fled to no jumper.
Yeah.
Then he told you you should have been following him. See what a nigga will do?
Yeah, bro. Damn.
Oh, and then Nate said he was busy when they threw those canisters in Kenya. He wasn't with his men.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And they got fucking chased out of there. And that's not because they were men of the Lord, man.
Right.
Okay? That's because the Lord wasn't with them. Because if you think like that, then what about the 7 sons of Sceva?
Here you go.
Which I equate the 7 sons of Sceva to like 7 wicked Israelite camps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For real.
And they all had a chief priest with them.
Yep.
Ain't that funny?
He got their ass beat. And it says, and the wolf catches them and scattereth the sheep. That's why a lot of these camps, they're like, black Christians, just pushing the prosperity doctrine.
Yeah.
But here it is, whole time you got Esau getting ready, to come down hard upon y'all, like a flood.
Yep.
Because it says the Slayer's coming. What's that, Ezekiel 21?
Mm-hmm.
But Jake's saying, hey, man, the Slayer, he's not coming right now. They in the house of feasting, but not in the house of mourning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they gonna get blindsided by prophecy.
Yeah, the other day I got jumped by some 7-day Adventists.
Oh, man.
Like they're, I told y'all, he basically tried to recruit me.
Yeah.
But he ain't know what Blade say. You don't know who you fucking with, bro.
Right.
So I was just walking, I'm doing my own thing over here. I wasn't messing with nobody. And this nigga, this Edomite, he thought he had one, and I confounded his ass. Then his nigger elders came up, Bryant, with a fucking suit on, and he tried to get me. And I said, he's bearing false witness. 2, how the hell do you get Saturday from 7 days? And 3, he knew that each day was 1,000 years.
Wow.
So I proved their ass wrong, and I kept telling, I'm glad God's watching, huh? There was 3 of these niggas, and then one dark ass, big lip nigga, he was fucking looking at me like he wanted to fight me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, he had said something to me. I said, you called me over. I'm walking here. You called me over. You just didn't know that I knew what I was talking about. Right. But my point why I mentioned it is because when I was talking to them and they were saying how the Sabbath is Friday and Saturday, I legitimately felt like I was talking to IUIC.
Oh, wow, see?
So them niggas are worldly as fuck, man. They're literally nothing more than 7-day Adventists. And they were proud like them too. The suit and tie with the marching. Those are completely worldly niggas, man. All right? I don't see nothing special with IUIC.
Hell no.
Except for the judgment that's coming for them.
Right.
But yeah, they tried to jump me, so I had to jab back.
Right.
I had to get him too, because that's why I say study, show yourself approved.
Yeah.
Then he tried to go to Mark. I said, wait a minute, why are you going to Mark? I want to know where you get Saturday from.
Right.
What is Saturday? What is Saturday to the Lord?
Right.
And I said, well, prove to me Monday too. Prove all that. I said, we got to stay in Genesis before you try to go to Mark in the 3rd day.
Right.
Where'd Saturday come from? Saturday wasn't mentioned to the 9th fucking century under the Roman Empire for, I believe, Saturnalia or the Saturn god.
Yep.
All right? So miss us with that.
Shame, bro. Back in John 10 and verse
So we live simple lives, but because we're serving the Lord, things can get exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
Back in John 10:13, the hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep.
See, they don't care about you. A lot of these guys don't care about their own people, man.
And ultimately, them not caring for the sheep, they don't love you, Yahushua.
We care for y'all in the spirit. That's why I apologize when I so-called say a cuss word.
Right.
But, you try to be as educational as possible.
Right.
But that's me. That's my spirit. I sometimes I can't help it. That's how I feel in the spirit conveying the message.
Yeah.
You
got brothers that's been programmed different, other brothers.
Right.
But it's all the same message.
Right.
You know?
A little rougher than others.
Just like with the prophecies about nuclear missiles, for example. Like John, the Revelator, Isaiah, Jeremiah, it's the same thing, but it's worded differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know? 14. I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am
know the state of thy flock.
There you go.
You can't be a camp head and you don't know what's going on with your camp, man.
Yeah.
You can't be allowing this bitch ass world to consume you, and now your camp they just out here.
Yeah.
For
real.
Raising themselves.
For real.
You know?
That's like a football coach not having weekly practice with your team.
Updating.
Yeah.
It's a very big responsibility to be a camp leader, to be a shepherd, to be teaching, to be teaching, man. Every time we hit record or go live, our life's on the line because you got to make sure you're saying things correctly. You know, I'm like, man, I'll make sure I ain't say nothing. I ain't go off. And you battling Satan. You be saying Yahweh Shemel Shai. Satan will try to say Yahweh. Yep. You know? So it's a real thing on this side, man. Keep going. And guys think that they just because they're Israelite, they could be in the camp. It don't work like that.
The Lord gotta be dealing with you.
Yep.
You need the Holy Spirit. And it says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine. See, so it's like, you know, ultimately, like the elect knows Yahweh Shai, you know, because, you know, they've been, you know, it's that bond before the foundation of the world. They've been predestinated. So it's like, you know, going back to the quick testimony, you know, I prayed that we all the elect.
Yes, sir.
But when I heard the brother tell me that name, I said, huh? What's the name of the Lord? So I had to write that down. Because even in the world, like Jesus Christ, you know, all those other false names, that didn't move me.
It ain't holy either.
Yeah, it didn't have no weight. Yeah, it's not holy, you know?
So we can end it there.
Okay.
Are we good? So, hey, we pray that you brothers and you few sisters was edified, exhorted, and comforted through the Spirit. And we just want to say, Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that being said, Shalom.